Hello, hello, hello. Return. Hi, hello. My name is Hazard Smix. You can call me Hazard. My pronouns are they and them, and we are back with the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. We are going to be finishing this game. I am on a bit of a time crunch. Oh, I do have to get off in like a few hours, so hopefully we should be able to finish this. So I won't be able to do drawing today, unfortunately, but I will probably post some sneak peek of the new Fugies that I am making for this coming week's streams, which I am also very excited about. um, we'll do a quick content warning. This game tackles sensitive themes and content, including self-harm, suicide, discrimination, gender dysphoria, depression, anxiety. They'll also be covering nudity, sexual themes, crude language, and use of legal drugs. So, if any of these things, if you're not in the right headspace, don't worry, take care of yourselves. You can catch me in the next stream. It's totally fine. So we're going to be continuing. We are currently campaigning for Dahlia. We just helped the Peppomancer Nova get a bit of her identity and a bit of a lead on what she can do as a witch. And yeah, so we have. I also and I have a partner agrees. looks right. Who did so. But I trust her given she is aware that I summoned a behemoth and she also dealt with a behemoth, so totally fine. Let's see. Music a bit. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. Alright. Let's go make some cards. I think I have enough. I want to try to get like the major arcana achievement, so make some cards. Let's see, I have a lot of water. Hmm. Not this one. These require so much energy. Alright, let's actually. Oh, we could study together. Oh, we're cuddling. Hey, Grief. Grief, how do you know Dahlia? She's one of the first witches I met after I ascended. I met her the same way. She's pretty fond of newcomers. In our case, we ascended in the same decade, so we learned the ropes together. That's so cool. When I met her, she was already a veteran, so she guided me until I managed to get rid of my kitty wheels. After that, I guess we enjoyed each other's company. That's a bit of a surprise. Dahlia can get bored pretty quickly with philosophy. I believe that's precisely why I love having her as a friend. She has a special ability to burst your bubble. She's a force in nature indeed. If I'm not careful, I can spend years lost in thought, so it's useful to have a friend who's able to drag me back into this plane. Well, now I know a way to burst your bubble too. It is something quite enjoyable. You bet. I shouldn't have underestimated the power of an orgasm to clear one's thoughts. Speaking of which, I could do with a bit of extra clarity right now. Sure. Come here. Oh, wow. You find yourself at the age of 5 collecting bones from small animals in the middle of the red forest, loaded with autumn leaves. A misstep makes you drop the bones into the river and the water catches fire. We got mail. Who's this one? Fortuna. Not cool had to learn you can get visitors from now from other than you. I don't know if you're aware of the current state of things, but we need to talk. An inquiry into values. Things weren't as easy as you have them right now. When I was about the age of little Michael here, I was already working. What'd you do, Grandma? I spent most of my childhood helping my mom sew new work clothes for the farmers. I wish I had a job already. I hate school. My allowance is miserable. You make more from your allowance than I made sewing clothes. I got paid 30 cents a piece. What? Why'd you bother even doing it? I had to help my mom, and she was paid $2 a piece. But during those times, it was enough for us to get by. Why is everything more expensive now, Grandma? I don't think I'm ready to explain that. Ask your dad about inflation when you get home. Did your dad have to explain to you? I'm afraid not. My dad died in the war back in Spain. He didn't have time to teach me much besides how to use a knife and how to cook a mean paella. I love Grandma's yellow rice. You sure do, beautiful. I'll make some paella tomorrow. What do you say? Yes! Yes, yes! Why did you come to America, Yaya? First of all, this is not America. These are the United States. Okay. Why did you come to the US? A couple of years after my dad was killed, my mom had to flee to France with me and your auntie Fortuna to escape from the fascists. Then we moved to the US. What are fascists? Very mean people who don't like anyone who thinks differently from them, or simply is different. Are there any fascists in the US? Too many, I say. Oh no, what are we gonna do, Grandma? Don't worry about it, I'll protect you all. Yeah, tell us more stories about Aunt Fortuna. You know, this is the perfect place for it, since it was this very beach I saw your aunt for the last time. It was here where she died? I told you 1,000 times, your Aunt Fortuna didn't die, she went to live on in the stars. Come on, Yaya, I'm old enough already. But it is true. We drove here on a beautiful summer night, just the two of us and our friend Eva. I love Eva, she gives me candy. Yes, Eva's always been a sweetheart. Fortuna made a delicious pizza and we opened a nice bottle of grape juice. Wine. Yes, wine, Maria Fortuna. I want wine. That night, there was this beautiful meteor shower. So, the three of us made a wish. I asked for my sister to be happy. She wasn't happy? She had a good life here, but she needed more. Her auntie is magical. She's always had special powers. But this world wasn't ready for all she had to give. Out of the blue, she said, I want to be a witch. I'm scared. Shh. Michael, it's alright. She's a good witch. Then she got up and started walking towards the sea. The stars fell upon her from the sky, but also rose to embrace her from the bottom of the ocean. She walked until she disappeared into the water. She drowned then. No, she went to live in the stars. Don't make me repeat myself. Her body was never found, so she didn't drown. She's in a magical place now, watching over us. Why doesn't she come visit us? That I don't know, sweetheart. Hello, Fortuna. Oh no, you're upset. At this point, I say I'm more delusioned than upset. When were you planning on telling me you accept visitors? Things have been complicated. I didn't want you to worry until I figured out this mess. I didn't know how to report my every single moment to you. I didn't want to worry you. So you managed to get yourself into a new mess, even in exile. I don't even know why I even keep caring at this point. What do I need for you to let your big sister in? Have I ever failed you? Patricia, come on, I explained this to you too many times already. You are in. It's just that I don't like to be saved. And you've always been too quick to make my own problems your own. I want you to be my friend, not my mom. Although not even our mom intruded as much as you do. Oh, I know. Who do you think changed her diapers and took you to school? Not this again. Listen, it's been 2 centuries since I last saw you. Why don't we skip this part and cut to the tense and cordial conversation? Fine. How's work? Pretty exciting, to be honest. Me and my team have exploring one of the known edges of this universe. Oh shit, that sounds dangerous. We located the forbidden door to pleasure. Don't fret, we know the story, none of us is looking through the keyhole. But I gotta say, I feel like I could endure it. I use most of my moral life to explore every quarter of hedonism. Interacting with the door feels like the next logical step. On the one hand, I want to talk to you out of it, but on the other, I also believe you are destined to tame that door. I might. Not soon, though. Not until the turmoil from the election settles, at least. How's Juliet doing? You're still together? No, that had to end. We broke up about 50 years ago. What happened? She went and joined the Arbiter office willingly. Can you believe it? Whoa. Why did she do that? She was overwhelmed by what being a witch implies. All that freedom, the directionlessness. She depended a lot on me to decide how to use her time, but I'm not that kind who becomes anyone's conductor. She was fine whenever she was busy, but every time I needed my space, she had several episodes of anxiety and depression. She knew she was hurting us both, so in the end, her solution was to forgo her freedom. From what she's told me in her letters, becoming an arbiter gave her a mission and a purpose. What a shame. Well, whatever works, I guess. Existential dread is a widespread disease among witches. The irony of immortality. Are you still checking on your descendants? Nah, I got bored a couple generations ago. It was important to me to bail over Marina Fortuna, Eric, Michael, and the rest. I was generally curious about how they would raise their children, what became of them all. I don't know, the eco-tripper witnessing one's legacy. But at some point, it lost all meaning, just became voyeurism, watching strangers go about their lives. They stopped talking about you, huh? Shut up. I know you too well. Prick. Not catching up? What about you? What have you done this time? What are you implying? Something embarrassing, dangerous, or illegal, I'm sure. Oh, would I tell my sister? Oh. An arbiter revised my sentence, that's all. Bullshit. You can't lie to me. I know something's off because otherwise I would have to find out for myself that you were getting visitation privileges. And what's more, that you have a brand new tarot. It's not tarot. Even worse. What have you done? There must be a reason you want to be out of your hair. Ooh. Would Patrice tell on me? I feel like I owe her. Fine. Show yourself, Abramar. Holy fuck, Fortuna. A motherfucking behemoth? Nice to meet you, Patrice. And it talks? What do you mean it talks? We behemoths fucking invented language. And I'm not it. Please refer to me as he. What have you done, Fortuna? I did what I had to survive. Survive? This will get you executed or erased from the cosmos. I was living death anyway. 200 years alone in this rock is worse than oblivion, Patrice. Who can blame you, really? Fucking Athena. We have to use the election as an opportunity to save our ass. I can start by calling in some favors, see if we can get you in the running. Patrice. What? You're doing it again, stop. This is my mess, I can handle it. You can't handle shit. Look at the situation you got yourself into. I've been a witch for decades longer than you. I don't need your lessons. You may have been my big sister back on Earth, but not anymore. In fact, you're the little sister now. Know your place. Would you just say, you ungrateful piece of shit? You heard me. It's my turn to protect you. Just by colluding with me on this behemoth issue, you could be punished too. I didn't even tell my best friends. That's why I didn't want to get you involved. The fucking nerve. I don't need your help. The sooner you get that in your head, the better. Why'd you turn me into a witch then? I did not turn you into a witch. You are destined to become one. How many times do we have to go over this? I just read the cards. Wait. What? Oh my god. Are you alright? I did turn you into a witch. Oh my god, oh my god. I'm so sorry, Patricia. What do you want about? What, you're sorry now? What is going on? Oh shit, you're bone cancer. Oh shit, oh my fucking life. Fortuna, easy. I'm sorry, I'm truly sorry. I recently learned something about my divination that, well, it changes everything. What is going on? I'm not a reader, I'm a writer. What the hell does that mean? Athena's corpse visited me recently. She told me why she sent me to exile and why she took away my deck. I'm not seeing the future, I'm deciding it, forging what's ahead. I killed you. Whoa, 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 slow down. First of all, we were kids. You're not responsible for my fate, no matter the forces behind it. I gave you fucking cancer. Hey, shut it. I had a great life. If not cancer, it would have been a truck or the aftermath of all the drugs I did. I do not hold you accountable for any of that. Still, I'm so sorry. And then you're right, you've always been right. I turned you into a witch. I couldn't bear you dying, and I dragged your soul into space. Well, I do hold you accountable for that. Not that I hate it, being witch. It beats internal slumber. However, I think you owe me. You must let me in. You want to be back in your life so bad you pull me out of death's embrace. Now own it. This is too much, Patricia. I don't want to read the cards anymore. The responsibility is overwhelming. Listen. I see how your powers present quite an ethical conundrum. But we're not on Earth anymore. I haven't met a single witch that isn't fucking overpowered and exploiting her abilities to satisfy her ambitions. You're like a super witch or what? So what? Use your powers to do good or whatever. I don't know, Patricia. Moreover, I believe you should act on it, like that spider guy that Eva liked. Having great power and not using it is irresponsible. It doesn't go like that. No? Well, you get me. But where do I draw the line? Case by case. I know you're a good person. I'm not afraid of letting you tamper with fate. Read the cards for me. Come on. Really? What about? Read into my end. What? No! Come on. We all have an expiry date, even witches. Write me a beautiful death. Patricia. You know, being aware of how I was meant to die gave me superpowers back when I was immortal. It was weird, but I missed that powerful dread. Please, Fortuna, grant me illumination once again. Alright. I love you, Patricia. I love you too. Here we are again. But let me tell you, this is the last time you make me read into your end. You get reincarnated or whatever, you deal with the pain of being alive like the rest of us. Do. Wait. How does this new deck of yours work? For you it's going to be the same. Mechanically speaking, it's just like tarot. But I crafted this deck myself, capturing arcana inside the cards. So, I can fine-tune my style of divination and don't need to be so dependent on the classic tarot symbols. Wow, cool. Okay, show me what you got. This is very interesting given... Talk about a door. Okay. Primal Core. The ever-boiling sea of tears grants access to the most profound emotions. The door holds promise for quenching many kinds of thirst. Can be interpreted as a promise for happiness. The little jade statue watches over the torrent. You will turn yourself into a gemstone, turning into a veil over your favorite student. You are destined to go out in a cosmic orgy, your essence scattered through 100 lovers. You will fall in love with a mortal poet and forsake your powers to be able to live and age next to them. Cosmic orgy. Nice. Very nice. This more than makes up for giving me cancer. You'll never stop giving me a shit for that now, huh? Can you amend the reading to add some witches from the Makana cult to the orgy? You gotta see their arms, sis. It doesn't work that way. The cards let me access a selection of possible futures, and I scribe through them. Can you see how much time I have left? Nope. I'm sorry. If it didn't come up with the reading, then it's not going to happen anytime soon. Well, that'll have to do then. So, what do you think of my new deck? It's pretty cool, yeah. I was a bit fed up with tarot, to be honest. Yeah, me too, now that I think about it. It'll take more time to get bored of these cards since I keep producing new ones. The illustrations. Do you make them yourself? They're pretty cool. I compose them with existing arcana, but they leave a lot of room for creativity. I don't know. It's fun. Happy to hear you're having a good time. Okay, we dealt with my own demise. What do you say we focus on avoiding yours now? Nah, here we go again. Fine, what do you have in mind? I want you to run for leader. What? No. I'm deadly serious. When I learned that Athena died and the Covenant needed a new leader, I automatically thought of you. Your divination makes you the perfect candidate. That's why it pissed me extra to discover that you could receive visitors this late. We already lost a lot of time that we could have put into preparing your campaign. I'm sorry about that, but anyway. Clairvoyance is the only quality to require lead. We discovered I'm a reader, but a writer. The responsibility. Dahlia and Jasmine are already running. So, they called dibs on the seat or what? Things will get too tense if I decide to run now. They'll have to deal with it. For God's sake, we're all centuries old. I demand a certain degree of maturity from all of us. You have exactly the same right to run for leader. That's fine and all, but I already told Dahlia I help her become the next leader. What a pity. Let's hope she takes it well when you tell her you're running for leader yourself. But I don't want to run for leader. Come on, Fortuna. You're gonna make me beg? It's not a matter of begging. Running a coven requires way more than manipulating the future. I'm not ready for that. But you are. You're sensitive and smart, plus you can scribe what's ahead. Well, or write what's ahead, whatever. I'll help you with the bureaucracy. We'll make a fine team. No, I'll stick to my word. I'm helping Dahlia. A waste, but I won't force your hand. We can still do a lot of good if the future leader has you as an advisor. Let's invite Dahlia and see how we can help her with her campaign. I'm going to do some counting, and I'll come back with a picture of the current political landscape. Then we can read the hottest topics with the team. Okay, this is all moving so fast. Don't worry, I'll make it easy for you. See you in a bit. Get your decks in order, relax a bit, talk with your friends, and we'll set everything in motion when I come back. Understood. See you later. Bye. What a bossy sister. Tell me about it. The air seal didn't seem to make a dent on her. I'm a bit disappointed in my magic. Well, we come a long way. There's no magic in this universe that's gonna make my sister afraid of me. I'm beginning to think I sided with the wrong sister. Shut up. So, shit is getting real. Are you excited? I'm more anxious than anything. As a matter of fact, I am. Not really, but I don't have a choice. After summoning Behemoth, this is child's play. Am I excited? I'm interested in seeing how this ends up, just because I'm with a different person this time. I never would have guessed I angled up in politics. But I'll use this opportunity to stop complaining and start doing. You're about to help Dahlia become someone's Athena, aren't you? I didn't look at it that way, but knowing Dahlia, I guess she's destined to piss off a lot of witches. Peace is but an illusion, eh? Only peace I've ever known is when outside a universe. Existence breeds chaos. Okay then, what do you need me to do? What do you mean? For example, do you want me to deliver a letter to summon Dahlia and Jasmine to let them hear about your final stance? Good idea. A friendly reunion before the race. You never know how gruesome things will get, and three of us didn't have a chance to meet, just to hang out like old times, so... Do invite them, please. I will. I'm glad you let Patrice know about me. You don't have to worry, she's loyal. Oh, I'm not worried. On the contrary, I'm eager to team up with her. Team up? Come on, you have Behemoth on your side, and you are planning on not using me during the campaign? Just let your sister know about my skills. I'm sure she'll put them to good use. I can spy on opponents, dig up some dirt, spin the cosmic wheel a bit in our favor, you know. Okay, I guess that's a great resource. But don't you do anything weird without our approval. Absolutely. It may not look it, but I'm a team player. Yeah, sure. I think I'm going to lay down for a bit now. I need some rest before facing the mess I got myself into. Plus, I should bring up Grief to speed. I guess she's in the mess by association now, too. Talk to you later. Who was that? Sounded pretty intense. My sister Patrice came by. What? And didn't you think to introduce me? I do want you to meet her, but the situation was too tense to bring you up. She's coming back in a bit, so we'll do the introductions later. Okay, cool. Is everything alright? My sister is dead set on ham-fisting me into the political race. She wants us to help Dahlia become the next leader, and set me up as a right-hand witch. Oh, wow. Wow. She believes I could do a lot of good for the Coven with my cards. Well, it's a fabulous idea, provided you're fine with it, babe. And not only because of your cards. You're smart and caring, and you only had this deck for a few weeks, and you've already helped a lot of people. Myself included. It'd be great to have someone so kind-hearted yet powerful as you at the helm for a change. I'm not as selfless as you think. I'm an egoist. I'm full of wrath. I'm a mess. Aren't we all though? The important thing is that you can overcome all of that. When it matters most, you do good. I don't know. Let me help you. I can work with the team, help with the campaign. That'd be great. I'll feel strong with you at my side. Can I ask you to keep me in check if I lose my way? One of the things that scares me most about the going to politics is the idea of losing myself to ambition, crossing a line I shouldn't. I don't know. You can count on me. Look, I've come up with a mission for you already. Whatever you need. Hold me tight, please. You got it. You dream about? You switch bodies with your sister and go to meet one of her lovers. The man takes you to a fancy dinner of oysters and crawfish. You drink a bottle of white wine and make love on his boat. The following morning, you discover you have switched bodies with a man and you're alone on the boat, lost in the middle of the ocean. Take this. Yeah. There you go. The cabin has a sconce in the back. Who knows? The ghost in the background. Ooh. It's a little tiny. Yeah, I think that's good. Red Secret. Fortuna, are you listening? Look into their souls. Witness to many kinds of love. The bartender could channel hidden feelings. Crossing paths with the haunted soul can beget calamity. The light of the blue flames bring forth trouble. Communication, peace, judgment, test, yearning, passion, rejection, bad omen. What to do? Interactive action. Penelope by Gadia Zavaris. Your lover left you on a bright summer's day, kissing you on the cheek before sailing away. An evil to vanquish, no time for love, but to you the hero said, please wait for me, my dove. A ring, a promise, a marriage to await. And waiting you did, respecting her fate. Heroic deeds detail and the letters piling at your doorway, coming from lands more and more far away. Castles conquered, demons defeated, yet the quest never seemed to be completed. A certain tiredness emanating from the writing, work well done, meaningful yet hardly inviting. Your ring was starting to lose its shine, love receding like your thinning hairline. But the waiting to you was fine. With time, the letters were growing more desperate. Love, I truly hope I'm not too late. Would he even recognize the love you were holding? The knowledge that life is not only about longing. Next winter, he was sure he was coming home at last. 37 years gone too fast. If the future you waited for looked so bright, why did you keep waking in the middle of the night? To weird anxieties, you gave no weight. The much awaited day, finally he was back. He looked at you, smiled, then died of a heart attack. What to do? What the? There's some more. Unholy exorcism. You thought you knew your demons. You spent your whole life exorcising them. Duke Batham, the serpent-tailed Earl Furfur, the winged deer, Duke Murmur, who rides a griffin, Beelzebub surrounded by flies. But you have no name for the monster inhabiting the girl in front of you. For the wheel of fire in her eyes, the pale glow emanating from her skin. She was tied to her bed and pale and still as a corpse. When she spoke, she let words fall from her mouth like a piece of glass. Fear not, for behold, I bring you good news of great joy. She smiled a terrible smile, too white and too calm, sparkles dancing on her lips like brine. We are an angel on a holy mission to learn what it is to mean to be human. We've chosen this girl as our host to allow us to experience the world through her. You attempted to exorcise it. You sang your prayers and waved your crosses and invoked the Lord's name to drive the creature away. You begged and growled and sang until your throat grew sore. The girl smirked, peaceful, your words hitting her like a warm shower. Either the creature's words were true, and it really was an angel, or was it a devil like one you never witnessed before, an apocalypse in the shape of a teen. The girl was only 13. That's why you had to slit her throat. That's why you brought her here. That's why you told the angel to take your body instead. That's why you're here now in front of the Vatican Council, eyes full of fire and light coating your skin. Be not afraid, you said, but it's not really you anymore. What to do? The MetaNet by Clara Donna. The MetaNet is the largest social and neurological network in the world. It keeps you hyper-connected in the present, and in exchange, your past is fading away. There is someone in the realms of the past you do not want to forget about. It seems contradictory, but you have been feeling ever so lonely. The cards and the hyper-reality tarot do not lie. He is important. You know well to trust the readings of the algorithm. There is a sacrifice to be made. All the links you have built in the network, all the people you know will be lost forever in data oblivion. Except, they won't. You download all the data of your years in the metanet, all the names and avatars and interactions and moments you shared. This encyclopedia of your life online will be printed in reality, ready for you when you leave. The person you are trying to find is somewhere in the data. You met him on the online lands, but he left the metanet back to reality. He felt his life there was not enough. You are going to do the same, right? It feels like the correct thing to do. Leave for reality, you need to find him. You're ready to take a look back at reality. It must have been forever. Time warps in the metanet. You do it. You turn off your network, you remove all the systems that kept you connected from your head. The loneliness feels overwhelming in a home you had forgotten. The beam of natural light coming to the window is unbearable. But then you see the outsiders through the window. The outsiders never adapted to the metanet. You watch them go about their disconnected lives. Maybe it's not so bad out here. Time starts moving at a measurable pace. You love clocks. You remember when they took them away in metanet. But you don't remember much more. Days go by, and you remember how to do some basic stuff to survive outside. Remember how you loved cooking. You gain access to memories of evenings spent learning how to prepare your mother's recipe. There is a warmth you have not felt in a long time. But there is something you are forgetting. Days go by, and you remember your corporeal form. Remember how you loved your body. You gain access to memories of time spent in front of the mirror, admiring your body, touching it. There is a sense of security you have not felt in a long time. But there is something you are forgetting. Days go by and you remember pleasures. Remember you love nature. You gain access to memories of time walking through the fields and forests near your house. There is a feeling of freedom you have not felt in a long time. But there is someone you are forgetting. Feels good out here. The metanet feels like a bad dream that you escaped. Comes to the realization that the metanet and reality are incompatible. Every day your memory of it fades. But something doesn't feel right. You do not want the metanet to disappear from your memory entirely. Then you remember your encyclopedia, a history book of your past self waiting to be read. You printed it out before you disconnected. Filled to the brim with data, innumerable sheets sit in your printer. And that triggers a remembrance of him. You were so caught up in adapting and enjoying reality that you have forgotten. His name, avatar, your past together have to be there somewhere. But if you have forgotten, is he really that important? Do you really want to go back and look at a past that you prefer to not lose sight on? The past can stay where it is. You are forgetting it for a reason. He is not that important. You burn the sheets in your garden. You knew the past. You saved it for a reason. He is important. You gather the sheets from the printer. It takes you days to put the sheets together. Their volume is colossal. The weight in your hands makes you shiver. The years of your life minutely detailed. You wonder how you find his name among the billions of data points. You start to look at the sheets. The lack of time in the metanet makes it near impossible to order them chronologically. But there is something else. So much of it you could have remembered or recognized when you're connected. Outside, you realize it makes nearly no sense. Days go by and you manage to piece together small timelines, tiny interactions of a life spent online. Some lingo you recognize, but most of this seems like an ancient language. None of the data feels like him, but you start to wonder if you would be able to recognize it now if you had it in front of you. Months later, you start to forget even what you had put together. Words and names escape you, avatars look nightmarish, and the sole purpose of the task starts to slip from your memory. You don't remember him anymore. Years later, you look at the pages, scrutinizing their purpose. The encyclopedia of data sits in your library among fiction novels. What to do? Go back. Let's see, can I make another card? I can't finish cards. Let's go. Talk to Jasmine. Dear Fortuna, you wanted to see us, right? I'd love to I'd love a get together before the race starts. Let me know what's a good time and I'll pick Dahlia up and come over to your place. Yippee! Thanks for coming. It's been centuries since we got the three of us together. I don't know why we didn't do it, like, I don't know, right away. What's up, witches? And you bet, Magic Life can get so chaotic sometimes, we just forget to enjoy it. Yeah, it makes me so happy to see the two of you together. Tell me about some adventures I miss. What did we do last time we met? We should plan a trip for when I regain my freedom. Tell me about adventures I missed. I took Jasmine hunting once. What? Really? Oh my, she did. And never again, I tell you. Jasmine really would make a fine demon hunter. That sand dweller didn't stand a chance. Jasmine planted some magical seeds into the dunes, and in a matter of minutes, boom! A big fucking vine emerged out of the white sand, strangling the demon. It was horrible. I only had to slice that fucker's throat. The stench of blood. Ugh. I don't know how you do it, Dahlia. Then she left the whole evening building a grave for the worm. It was beautiful though, wasn't it? I would have loved to have been there. I miss you so much. Me too. My first order of business was to ban fucking exiles so we can go on adventures again. Are you nervous about the elections? You can't imagine. I'm cool. More excited than anything. On the one hand, I'm not worried because whoever wins the end, the Coven's gonna be well looked after. On the other hand, I've almost voted for the Coven, and I truly believe my program is the safest bet. Just to be clear, I do think you make for a lovely leader. But playing it safe is the death of progress, Jasmine. But aren't we all well already? We just need to iron out Athena's more abusive politics and put some love into community. That's because the status quo benefits you. Think about all the novices, all the witches who don't fit into that orderly vision, myself included. My plan is to not start a revolution, but to level the playing field. It's not fair the power is held by the eldest. Officers need to be guided, though. Think about when we have just ascended. We weren't in any shape to be making important decisions. I don't know about that. Age has its own setbacks. What do you think, Fortuna? Well, about that, I guess it's time I make my stance clear. I'm with Dahlia on this. I just met with Patricia, and after putting some thought into it, we decided we'll support Dahlia during the campaign. Fuck yes. What, Patricia too? Are my views so wrong that all my friends are uniting against me? Not wrong, but Dahlia's program suits our needs better. Your plans are a bit antiquated. I'm afraid so. It'd be better for you to surrender now. Not wrong. That's a euphemism for you're siding with the old hags. But I'm not an old hag. Doesn't that count for someone? I believe that the old witches are using you to whitewash the power they exert over the Coven. I'm not in cahoots with anyone, I swear. We didn't say that. Let's acknowledge that your program is pretty convenient for the old lot. Maybe that's just an indicator of how sensible my program is, don't you think? Yeah, sensible and retrograde. Hey, friends, let's take it easy. Why don't we deal with this the way it was intended? We have many debates and campaign actions ahead to prove points. No need to get bloody right here, right now. Sure. Yeah, we better. So this is it, huh? I'm afraid there won't be any more friendly get-togethers until we sell the shit out of this. Let's get to work. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Let's all do our best. Yeah. I don't know how else I was supposed to say that. Patricia. Alright, Fortuna, everything's set to go. Dahlia's ready. Get your shit in order because it's about to get real. Let me know when you're ready and we'll come over and review Dahlia's program and campaign plan. Not yet. Alright, so let me... I want to try to make a new card before I get into this. So we might read some books again. It's not that. I wonder, have I read all the books? Hyper-Reality Reading is by Claridana. A human is back at their workplace. They look at their screen for hours. The algorithm is not enough. Their readings have been failing. The machine needs human insights in order to be accurate. The Hyper-Reality Tarot needs the magic of emotional perception. She has another day at work, providing the sorcery of providence and guidance to those who seek it. The cases start coming in for the human algorithm team and you, the hand of destiny, luck, or magic. Case 0015997. They're a young professional who doesn't know how to hold their career. The case asks if the tarot if they should leave their current employer or stay. The algorithm always makes its reading first. It takes nanoseconds to analyze the case's evidence. It suggests the temperance card, balance, purpose, patience. It has found data suggests they should stay at their current place of work. It has looked into their data, consisting of pictures and endless lines of conversation. They have a family to feed and a precarious economic situation. Then it's the human's turn. He wants to challenge that. The tarot algorithm is widely trusted to analyze objective data, but not emotional data. The human looks into their file for emotional cues, the choice of words in their conversation. The human finds search data every night at about 4 a.m. Case 0015997 can't sleep, looking desperately for another job. The human suggests death upright for change. The algorithm is programmed to trust you. The human believes you are a higher power who chooses the right answer. Temperance upright, keep their job. Death upright, wait and look for a change. Death. A soft hum in the head of case 0015997. The tarot reading is suggesting the opposite of what they had thought. The decision has been made before the reading. You will never know what happened in the end anyway. Case 0015998. He is a retired man at advanced age who feels like his past self is trying to communicate with him through the reflections and windows in the house. The case asks the tarot if he should cover the windows and forget about it or open them to let him in. The algorithm suggests the Hangman card, reverse, exploring his dark thoughts. It has found data to suggest he should open the windows. The case owns various tomes about dark arts and has searched the net for rituals to summon otherworldly beings. The human challenges that again. He should be shocked that the algorithm is suggesting such a thing, if he hadn't seen it working for years. The human looks into the man's file for emotional cues, the choice of words in his conversations. He finds none, as the man has no conversations. There is only evidence to support the algorithm's thesis, but the human will not agree, instead, the human suggests judgment upright. The man should reflect on himself, his past, and his decisions. He should realize he is lonely and unwell, and maybe then act to transform his reality. He should definitely keep the windows closed. Once again, you are the overseeing hand, the hand of luck, perhaps the hand of providence. Judgment upright, we will keep the windows shut. Case 0015998 stops responding after the reading. You don't know if you received the message or if you had disconnected beforehand. You will never know what happened in the end anyway. Case 15999. A tarot reader. She asks if her readings are going to make a change in the world. There's a perceptual trembling in her online being. You know this is a woman who is questioning her whole identity at this precise moment. The human perceives this too. The algorithm is quick and ruthless in its proposition. The card it displays is the world reverse. Accept harsh truths. No one makes a change in this world. The human secretly agrees, but approaches from a different angle. The world upright. Bring closure to this enterprise, but feel fulfilled. You're the only one with any power over this final display. The world reversed or the world upright. Accept that change is not possible, but she should feel fulfilled. Case 0015999 leaves the reading room quietly. The algorithm does not feel. The human is relieved. You will never know what happened in the end anyway. What to do? Go back. Do this, and then yeah, actually we'll have this here. This guy really small. Mm. Sand petals. The white sand cursed this card. The old man is well versed in secret passions. The florist guards the scent of jealousy. The soldier's pithcloth simulates purpose in conflict. Authority sabotage diversity guardian ego. Fortuna. Let's rule this universe together. That's the spirit. Is this the winning team or what? Your energy has won us half the race already. Let's get right to it. How are you feeling, Fortuna? I'm ready. I'm focused. Good. Hold on to that fuel. Did you meet with Jasmine? Yeah, we did. Yeah, and how did she take it? It was intense, but I believe we're fine. Really? Yeah, I don't know. We've been through worse. This is but another rough patch. We're bound to clash from time to time. It's the price of friendship when immortal. Eventually, this will become another memory to rehash when getting high in our garden. Good to hear. Okay, you want to take the lead, Dahlia? I got this. I got you. Let's do this. What's the plan? Let's go out there and start spreading the wonders of our program. Don't you think it'd be better if we strategize a bit first? What is there left to plan? Everything. I'm more the kind of witch that works with a good. That's alright. It's a great asset to have a leader with sharp instincts. But do you mind if I take care of oh my god, of the most boring analytical parts? Okay, I understand. The floor is yours. I say we analyze our opponents first. Then I'll interview you two to see where we stand on the main issues. After that, we can review our program. Once we get something solid, we should settle some campaign actions to get the ball rolling. The date for the election Congress hasn't been decided yet, but we're against the clock as of now. How does that sound? Smart. You're right. I'm ready. Good. First of all, to check we're all up to speed. Fortuna, did someone tell you about the 5 pillars of the Coven? You know, judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, moral affairs, and witch duties. Do you need me to explain them to you? I heard about them. Please explain again. Thorough. That's good. Here's the deal. There are 5 key directives that keeps our Coven's cogs turning. As I said, judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Make good note of them. Judgment is about how we deal with conflicts with the Coven, how we determine who's at fault and such. It's almost the executive branch where the Coven is going and how we deal with major events. Until now, we had runic judgment, which basically consisted of Adina consulting with the gods and us blindly swallowing whatever she fed us. Then we have law enforcement. That is how the Coven punishes anyone who did something wrong or forbidden, as determined by judgment. Right now, you are well aware we send infractors to exile for a variable amount of time depending on the severity of their actions. Can our slogan be "fuck you, exile"? Very punk, it may work. Haha. Just kidding. Next is forbidden arts. That's how we deal with perilous magic and knowledge, such as summoning behemoths, necromancy, etc. The current directive is that when a Coven determines that something could put our community at risk, we ban it. Let me tell you, the Age of Fear is about to end. Then there's mortal affairs. That's how we deal with humans and, as traditionally put, lesser beings. Lesser beings as in animals or any life form that doesn't have access to magic, actually. Fuck that term, by the way. Adina determined that mortals should be exploited and manipulated at witches' convenience. Did you know that Adina wanted to cause World War III on Earth? What? Why? To harvest energy from mortals. Piece of shit. I'm so happy she did. Fucking bastard. We still have a celebration pending to send her off the hill. You bet. Last item, witch duties. That defines what obligation members have to the coven. Right now, we have the obnoxious quarterly controls Athena imposed on us to check on our progress. You skipped them thanks to exile, but damn it, they haven't been a pain in the ass. Also, should have failed witch to deliver. They eventually used their membership. Imagine the strain that puts on many of our sisters. I would have gladly done my homework in exchange for freedom, though. I know, but still. Luckily, the controls were suspended until after the elections, and many of us are hoping they will be cancelled forever. You bet they will be. Nice. That's all 5 of them, right? Yes. But for these elections, there's an additional critical point to the race. What to do with Adina's corpse. Oh, right. The coven is divided between devouring her, making the 100 members that we are right now become more powerful, or scattering her remains throughout the cosmos so more witches can ascend, making the coven more diverse. There's no actual dilemma here, though. I wouldn't eat that bitch's corpse even if it baked her into a chocolate cake. We need to open our doors to more witches. Let's turn Adina into something good. Alright, understood. I don't have strong opinions about it. Whatever you think is best. Anyway, internalize these issues. Take your time. Let me know when you're ready to continue. Done? Done. Good. Let's start dissecting our rivals then. Oh boy. Here's the intel I gather on Jasmine. Jasmine was born in a small English town during the Industrial Revolution circa 1800. That's put her in a cultural sweet spot for amassing the sympathies of her coven. She's a young witch in the eyes of the oldest, medieval and ancient witches, but not so alien us to contemporary witches with our world wars, TV, internet, and other global lunaticies. I don't really know what those are either. Oh yeah, you're not even from Earth to begin with. The thing is, Jasmine gets along with us, but is also part of the last decent generation according to the most conservative witches. Her politics are a little of a vision of Athena's, removing the most tyrannical mechanisms by reducing punishment and responsibilities. That will maintain the status quo, but give more room for individualism and personal enterprise, free from many duties and the fear of failure. Her program to achieve this is: judgment will be performed by a quorum of the 4 oldest witches in agreement with the leader. That is the sweetest candy of her program for the old lot. Enforcement will work with those system of strikes. She hasn't specified how many yet, but should a witch accumulate enough warnings, she will be expelled from the coven. Way less radical than exile, but the worst case scenario is the freedom to start anew elsewhere. Regarding forbidden arts, she won't change a thing. Anything deemed dangerous by the eldest witches will be banned. Then for mortal affairs, Jasmine proposes a model of protection and guidance. What is good for humanity? What should we protect them from? I guess they'll be determined by the quorum of the eldest. Lastly, as for witch duties, she proposes a policy of no vigilance. Jasmine argues that we should trust every sister will have the coven's interest in mind and that there's no need to evaluate or impose any duties on any member. And of course, regarding the trending topic, Jasmine wants the coven to devour Athena's corpse so we all become more powerful. Take a minute to internalize Jasmine's program. I think for my previous run, I went with Jasmine because of the guiding effect and trusting the coven to not, mess everything up. But it is very passive. So. But also eating Athena's corpse and trusting everyone will have the best interest in mind is a little... Sure. I'm impressed, Patrice. That's some amazing work. Thank you. Now, tell me. What can we do against this program? I trust that everyone will see how our approach is far superior. And if not, we'll make up for it by showing spirit. I mean, spirit is important, yes. but we need some strategies to have the upper hand dialectically. Fortuna, any ideas? What do you think is the best strategy to undermine Jasmine's program? I don't want to undermine it. These lax policies will incentivize foul play. These practices benefit the powerful and forsake novices. Individualism will fracture the community. Tradition and coven culture will vanish in the setup. These plans benefit the powerful and forsake novices. Interesting. If we adopt this strategy, we may polarize the coven's opinion. But in the long run, we could gather the support of young and weak, plus the support of the most the compassion elders. We may do the trick. Good, good. Now to access the candidate herself. Let's use our privileged info on Jasmine. What would you say is Jasmine's strongest point? She can't be extremely cunning. That's what I'm most afraid of. You're right to be on guard, yeah. Fortuna? What would you say is Jasmine's strongest point? She's extremely intelligent and manipulative. She's a pillar of the community. Her apparent innocence and frailty, her resourcefulness, her charming mother language, her resourcefulness. She's always manages to find a way out of any problem. Plus, her garden provides her with a great variety of tools to deal with just about any situation. She has many contacts and smart ideas. She's going to be hard to corner, I see. But when it comes to resourcefulness, I believe we have the upper hand. I mean, with your divination on our side, you bet. No surprise we won't bet directly if Fortuna to ask for her support in this race. That's why I'm always on Fortuna's side. I thought it was because I'm your sister. Hell yeah, that too. Now to her flaws. What would you say is Jasmine's weakest point? Combat. She's just not made for action. Well, I don't know if there'll be a lot of opportunities during this campaign to show one's might, but yeah, duly noted. What do you say, Fortuna? What would you say is Jasmine's weakest point? Her anxiety, envy, her compassion, she's easy to intimidate. Vanity, she worries too much about appearances. I mean, she worries too much about appearances. I would say that. So we managed to dig some dirt on her. We will sure to break her composure. But we could do some investigating to see if we can find something to throw off her game. Good to know. Nothing untrue though. That's my land in the sand, okay? I feel so bad doing this. Tough enough, Fortuna. Her advisors will be doing the same thing about Dahlia, no doubt. Plus, there are emergency resources. If we play our cards right, we can hope for a clean victory. Dahlia, focus on bringing your best game, and I won't have to push any ugly buttons. You're overthinking it. I got this, team. Damn, you're cool. Shall we move on to Capressa? What? Who the hell is Capressa? Oh, right, that old log is running for leader, too. No one truly thinks she poses any threat to Dahlia or Jasmine, but she's a candidate nonetheless. We should study her. I believe this dark horse has the chance of surprising us all. Tell me who she is already, come on. Capressa, the historian witch. The eldest witch in her coven. She precedes even Athena. Capressa is originally from Earth, but ascended way before humanity started even writing. She's an infallible memory. All events are registered inside her tree rings. The thing is, she's always played a secondary role in the coven, just supporting us with her wisdom. But apparently, Capressa isn't a fan of change and isn't happy with the direction Jasmine or Dahlia want to take the coven, so for the first time, she's running for leader. Her program is easy to send up. She wants to keep things exactly as Athena left them. Moreover, she advocates for preserving Athena's corpse as some part of Oracle to keep using her as a channel to consult with the gods and set the direction for the coven. Wow, fuck Capressa. Fuck her indeed. Fuck her program in any case. I know Capressa personally, and she's very kind and helpful, but yes, no one wants the ghost of Athena to keep ruling over us. She's very few supporters among the eldest, but I wouldn't underestimate her. Capressa has this very special mystical aura around her. Combined with her vast knowledge, she's sure to impress many voters during the campaign. But what I'm more afraid of that, depending on how gruesome the race gets, we could scare some of the most conservative witches into switching sides from Jasmine to Capressa. I see. As long as we don't underestimate Capressa and keep her in check, it should be alright, I think. Actually, I believe it's good that she's running. From the warfare point of view, the best case scenario for us. Divide and conquer. If the conservative side is split between Compressor and Jasmine, we can easily emerge as the dominant force. Wow, your experience as a warrior witch is going to come in handy. We warrior witches aren't all about smashing things, you know. You need brains to take on the most challenging forces of the cosmos. You have my respect. Don't underestimate Dahlia, Patrish. I won't. Anyway, I think we're ready to get into Dahlia's program now. Do you want to take 5? I'm good. Virginia, how are you? Now let's get this over with. Alright, go ahead, Dahlia. Alright, hear this. Judgment by referendum. Enforcement? None. Fuck that. I said we go for amicable resolution. Forbidden arts? None. Fuck prohibitions. Let's invest in educating our sisters so we'll all aware the risk and rewards. Mortal fairs? Fuck mortals. What? Sorry, I got carried away with the fuck thing. I said we cut all ties with mortals. We are way too privileged to be messing with people's lives. Just let them be and focus on the cosmic and the magical. Gotcha. Witch duties, magical tax. That is the true game changer. Have every member of the coven share a percentage of measure output to pool resources for the benefit of the clan. That could be a pretty powerful asset for the coven, yeah. And that's it. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? You forgot about the hottest topic. What do you wish for what to do with the Athena's corpse? We scattered the shit out of that abomination of a leader, of course. Witchhood is so precious, we should open the doors for more women to become witches. Gotcha. So, honest feedback? Of course, shoot. You are betting on a kind-hearted community that requires goodwill to work. Almost utopic, I must say. Why aim for less? I feel you, but our opponents are going to pick us apart. Better to stay ahead and do our own self-analysis. Gotcha. Fortuna, what would you say is the best strategy to counter Dahlia's stance? Expose her naivete. Faith and good intentions are ridiculous. Romanticism will make us less commonly. Point out the failure of communism. Spotlight the primitive society. I will not do that. Yeah, that's probably what our rivals will go for. They'll most likely say that the ideal community Dahlia wants to paint a picture of isn't a reality. Let them try. I know we can inspire everyone to wish for an ideal community. I hope you're right. Let's change gears. What about our strengths? I'm definitely the strongest candidate. Oh yeah, in one sense. In the literal one. Okay, good to know. Should it all end in a battle royale? In all seriousness, it's hard to think about one's own virtues. I know. Virginia, you know her well. What would you say is Dahlia's strongest point? Overlaying charisma and the confidence she projects, she embodies the winds of change. Dahlia's pretty popular among young witches. Her determination, she is battle ready. She's the most virtuous and most incorruptible of us all. Overlaying charisma, projection, confidence. Yeah, this was the popularity contest. She had the upper hand. I'm sure our campaign will kick off with a lot of momentum. Our rivals can't hope to defeat us on any revolutionary grounds. They'll have to overplay their intelligence and mythicism to get a bite of Dahlia's cake. Anyway, what about our weaknesses? What is Dahlia's most critical flaw? She's very impulsive, impatient, and gets angry easily. Dahlia's very green when it comes to debating politics philosophy. She's very radical, lacks diplomacy. Making daggers is the least valuable asset offered by a candidate. Lacks diplomacy? I wouldn't say very green, given as a warrior you have to deal with, you know, there's like politics and more. I don't think she's impulsive. Very radical. Ouch, that trait can be the ruin of a candidate. They may attack her pride, provoke some outbursts, make her appear too extreme in the eyes of the coven, and scare off her supporters. I'm very aware they're going to try to play me. What do you plan to do about it? Not let them. Okay. Alright, we're all to see what the plan and situation now. Should we go out there and start kicking some political ass? Well, I say now we take a moment to reevaluate our program. After the self-analysis, we might find some aspects we can adjust to increase our chances. Okay, what do you think we should change? And before we even start, I won't budge regarding the judgment system. Referendum is the way to go. Also, I'm extremely proud of the magical tax. Yeah, that's a very interesting one. Asking for a percentage of the magical output of every member of the coven. I'll open the door to attempt some ambitious projects. That much energy from so many witches will be a tremendous asset to work with. I'm super excited about forging a massive sword to slay cosmic horrors. Provided the referendum proves that. Of course. Virginia, based on what we studied so far, what do you think could improve Dahlia's program? Mortal affairs. Okay, these are the stances of our competitors. Caprisa wants to continue exploiting them. Jasmine says we should guide them, take care of them. Dahlia proposes cutting all ties. She believes that we should not abuse our privilege over them and just leave them be. How do you suggest we deal with mortal affairs? So let's think of a new option. What else could we do with our relationship with mortals? I don't know. If you want to propose an alternative for Dahlia's program, it should be something drastically different. The current stances corner every base so far. What about this? We reveal the existence of witches to mortals. Whoa, that's radical. Coming out strong. What's your angle? Whatever decision we make regarding mortals will be morally gray, since they don't know about us. What I propose here is a simple concept. Truth. I'm loving this. It's definitely stirred some chaos at the beginning, but in the end, wouldn't it be better if we develop a working relationship and make them aware of our capabilities? Let them ask directly for what they need. That is beautiful. But didn't you pay attention in school? Humanity has a troubled relationship with witches. They burned us for sport. But that was only on Earth, right? The cosmos is vast and full of mortal societies. Let Earthlings disrupt their misconceptions about witchcraft. Yeah, but anyway, on Earth, they born poor, innocent women. What can they really do about the real deal? It'd be like revealing the existence of lions to a rabbit. They can hide and reject us, but in no way will they be able to hurt us. You're underestimating mortals try to destroy things, but sure, that can make our program look strong. We can spin a good angle from it. Prepare to be intact in any debates, though. I have the utmost respect for mortals. I would never underestimate them. I don't care what the conservative law have to say about this. Revealing our existence is an honest approach. One I could be proud of. I'm game if you think this could work. Let's go with revealing our existence. Okay, that's a substantial change. You make a great point, yeah. Do you want to change anything else? Hey, hold your horses. That one change is fine, but don't go changing my whole plan, friends. You're the boss. Are you happy with this change? I can make it focus on another point. I'd like to reconsider. What do you propose then? What do you think could improve? Law enforcement. Okay. Current stances are Jasmine wants the warning system, wants to keep exile, Dahlia advocates for amicable agreement. What do you think could be the best system for law enforcement? What? It's a new option. I have trouble feelings towards punishment as the method of enforcing the law. I don't like the idea of keeping law and order through fear. On the other hand, we can't expect everyone to behave. Isn't there a way to make punishment constructive? Constructive how? Send bad witches to detention to do some magical studies? No, not that, but hey, that might be an idea. What about community service? Elaborate. Instead of expelling members or, God forbid, send them to exile, we could set up a system assigning hours of community service depending on the severity of infraction. Tending at a witch's garden, harvesting magic for the coven, helping these wars, whatever is needed, really. That may not be a bad idea. I don't know if it'll look childish or weakenize some witches, but it'll benefit the community in the long run, that's for sure. I'm not against it if you trust to improve our program. Alright. What do you think should be the best system for law enforcement? Community service. Okay, that's a substantial change. Made a great point, yeah. You want to change anything else? I'm content with this, actually. Referring the community service, free access, reveal, magical text, welcome new witches. Yeah, I like this plan. That settles then. Now, take a minute to look at our program. Internalize it, believe it, make it yours. Dahlia, you're gonna defend all these decisions in front of your rivals in the whole coven. I'm ready for anything. We're gonna need to sell the concept of it. And for that, we're gonna need a slogan. Finally, something fun. It's been fun all the way for me so far. You're really enjoying yourself behind that commander pose, huh? You bet. I got one. Power in numbers. It's good. I say it suit you. What do you say, Fortuna? Any ideas for a slogan? I hate the first one. I really like power in numbers, stronger together, a real sisterhood, a very happy kitten. Stronger together... Power and numbers. I do like power and numbers. I think we discover after so many centuries I'm some kind of political genius. It really embodies your intentions. The referendum system scattering Athena's remains so we could become more diverse. Yes. It is good, yes. Let's roll with it then. Perfect. We're almost done. What else? We just need to start campaigning, right? Yes, and for that we need the ultimate, most classical form of propaganda. A poster. What for? It's not like there's any streets in space to blast Rodale's face. We'll send posters to everyone we know from inside and outside the coven. Try having them set up in common spaces like temples or cosmic markets. That's a great idea, I'm in. Do we know any cool artists? Fortuna, I was thinking that your new cards have a lot of style. What do you say, want to compose a nice poster for our friend? Are you sure? I don't... Yes, yes, yes! Make a poster of me, Fortuna! Please? Come on, you're really talented. Let's just squeeze your artist juices. What the hell? Here we go. Oh, cute! Ooh, I like... Okay. Ooh, I love this. Oh, here, what do you think? Very neutral? Oh, you don't like it? No, no, it's pretty cool. I like it. I like it for Fortuna. Thank you so much. It's bold they decided to make Dolly's figure that big. Has a lot of presence. Not enough poster for a witch with as much presence as me. You like it? I love it. I wouldn't mind going even bigger. Cool, cool. Should I give it another try? Are you kidding? It's perfect. I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm going to keep one in my workshop forever. Shut up. I'm so ready to win this. Finally, honestly, I'm really not cut out for politics. It's too much work. I feel you. Anything for our sisters, though. Thank you so much for your help, Fortuna. You too, Patricia. I'll do my best to not disappoint you. Likewise. Pandemonium. Please wait here. Yaina will be here in a minute. What is this? Am I dead? No, don't worry. You're not dead at all. I didn't say a lot more, though. Why not? Protocol. This probably doesn't mean much to you, but you are extremely lucky. Yuina is an exceptional witch. You couldn't be in better hands. A what? Come again? Oops, I said too much, but everything's gonna be alright. I must go. Just, get comfortable. But, bye. Just get comfortable. Ugh, my clothes are still wet. How did I get this much sand get under my swimsuit? Shit, I still have the keys in the food truck on me. I hope Eva and Patricia managed to get back home okay. Oh, so warm. This feels nice. This place is actually super cool. I wonder if it'll be too expensive to rent for a nice getaway with those fools. Will I ever get to see my friends again? I don't recognize those stars. What the hell am I? This place makes me want to read tarot. The air smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. It's a mix of nature, fate, possibility. Gravity feels different too. Lighter. I feel like my mind is slowly shedding some dry husk and a fresh breeze is starting to blow through it. This trembling. This isn't fear, it's excitement. Oh no. I feel like I never want to go home. I love you already. Whoa. Relax, I'm here to look after you. You were from Earth, right? Earthlings always have the worst time processing their ascension. Your collective subconscious is too cynical. Your society rejects magic with a strength unlike any other in this universe. Just let it sink in. This is something good, I promise. Dear. Very observant. Make her what human witches call dear folk. Oh, and you are a human witch, by the way. Is this really happening? Yes, congratulations. You've ascended. Please do not be afraid. I'm not afraid. This is the best day of my life. Ready to take over the universe? Oh god, I forgot the cycle system. Oh. Commander Patricia, what's the situation? Everything is set to go. Election day has just been announced. We're merely 32 cycles away from it. First of all, thank you so much for your help with grief. Sure, happy to assist. I'm sorry for the interrogation earlier, but never in her mortal or witch life had I no opportunity to fall for anyone. I need to check what your deal was. No problem. Did I pass? You both seem equally self-absorbed, so I guess you won't clash much. Hey, what does that mean? Just teasing. Enjoy yourselves. Rita's the fucking best. Can't believe the two of you are hitting it off. You're sure this was your setup from the beginning? I'm not that cunning. I'm just happy the two of my favorite witches got together. I'm sure they'll make each other grow in formidable ways. I'm sure planning on exploiting having a soothsaying girlfriend. Ah, what did I get myself into? I'm kidding. It's you who inspires me, not your cards. Aw, grief. Let's focus, team. Oops, sure. How are you feeling, Dahlia? About to explode. I got too much pent-up energy. Just set some objectives for me and I'll obliterate them. Metaphorically, I hope. Metaphorically, mainly, yes, but I'm ready to take on a dozen demons if necessary, too. Good to know. We're going to check the vibe of the coven first. Programs have already been made public, so witches are starting to form their own ideas regarding this race. We can tap into the mind of the coven with the Dream Ball. The Dream Ball allows us to get real-time readings on our community desires and expectations. Hence, we can filter the current vote intention. Whoa, spreadsheet sorcery. That's some high-level magic. This will be a pivotal tool for adjusting our strategies as the race progresses. With every action we perform, and the actions of our opponents, of course, will affect the Coven's sympathies, and they'll be reflected in the Dream Ball's readings. I added some men's runes to filter vote intention by demographic. Go ahead and browse through them. I encourage you to create some time to familiarizing yourself with the characters of each group. Absolutely. I've been preparing myself for the race by doing some readings in the history of the Coven and the different factions. I'm not just muscle. That's good. Fortuna has the Oracle of the team, you better take responsibility and do some studying too. Since I know you're not a people person, I wrote a quick guide for you. Luckily for you, your sister is one of the Coven's archivists. I already wrote down a comprehensive demographic analysis for you. I took the liberty of placing it all in your library for when you have time to go do some studying. Whoa, thank you so much. I got you. Fortuna, you won't be able to accomplish much by yourself out there, being in exile and all. So, you're gonna be in charge of team management from this point on. Shouldn't there be someone more prepared than me? We're all gonna be busy hitting out for events, gathering support, or whatever is needed. We need someone tracking all of our efforts and assigning tasks so we can better focus on our mission without worrying about schedules. You're extremely intelligent and have sharp instincts. I have zero doubts you will do an excellent job. You got this, 40. Oh, I mean, Fortuna. Okay, sure, I'm ready whenever it takes. You just keep track of the vote intention and try to redirect our efforts towards increasing our vote count, as in promoting some points of the program, looking for allies, gathering intel, or even harnessing energy for your deck should it become necessary for any reason. Bear in mind that these tasks will take between 3 to 5 cycles each, so plan accordingly. Understood. But wait, what do I do while you're all out? Do your homework? Do some studying, make some cards, or jerk off to relieve the pressure? But Trish, what? It works. Trust me. Always so gross. As the race progresses, you'll have to meet some prospective allies or even rivals here in the office. So don't worry, I don't think it'll get much idle time. Okay. Everyone ready? Any doubts? No, ma'am. I'm ready to support you till the finish line. Good. Let's get out there already. Oh, I almost forgot. I got something for you, Patrina. While I was charting a dark matter cloud for the Coven, I met with the corpse of a witch that was clutching an object of power. Since they lost their will, they didn't mind letting me have it. Here. The Conqueror's Medal. It's a cursed object of power, but I guess the time's called for its use. It will hinder the efforts of your opponents and will increase the effectiveness of actions taken against them. That's just perfect, no mercy. That's it, shark mentality. Haha. What about it being cursed though? I mean, it's cursed, but not forbidden. Maybe some ghosts will come and torment you after the race, but we'll deal with them, no sweat. Sure? Anyway, let's get to work. Let's make sure we have all the tasks and get this ball rolling. Stay motivated. Alright, task. Okay. So Dahlia is good with the novices. Yeah, producers are gonna be low. Warriors, not surprised. Explorers, also not surprised. Academics. I'm gonna have Greece go with the academics. Oracles will go with Compressa. Okay. Greece, I like you too. Challenge. Should we challenge Jasmine? Specifically, let's go after this point adjustments program. All the switches. Very well, I'll give them something to think about. Dahlia, I'd like you to promote our program. I think more with the novices. We're already good with warriors. Yeah. I like you to dig up dirt. It may take some time. I'll see what I can find, and later we can decide if it's okay for us to use in debate. Okay. Oh boy. We probably can go steady. Real steady. What do we have here? Excerpt on the 4 elements. Water by Wit Uina. A witch can easily fall in love with the element of water. Water is the substance of all things. Their nature is in a vacuum. It's a platonic ideal. Love, desire, sadness, even hope. Anything is able to hold or channel feelings. One could say a piece of wood isn't able to have its own genuine feelings. That emotion is in the heart of the beholder. But multiple experiments throughout history have proven this hypothesis wrong. Take this very same piece of wood and leave it in a home full of love. Let a family take care of it, talk to it, embrace it. Then take this piece of wood to another planet and leave it in the middle of a forest. Observe animals walking around it with the utmost respect. Eventually, we will be able to witness a wandering artist falling in love with that piece of wood and taking it with them to carve the most beautiful piece of art. Water has infinite potential. Any element can absorb a massive amount of water energy. When full, water will start overflowing, impregnating any other elements in its surroundings. Combine water with water and you will unlock boundless potential. You will access the maximum power that everything else has to offer. Water and water is the realization of potential. What to do? We have someone at our door. Who is at our window? I don't recognize that bird. Physical present. Yep. Witch Fortuna, I would like to formally introduce myself before the race. There are some topics I'm interested in discussing with you regarding the nature of the political shift our coven is about to experience. Sure. Oh, I love the animation. Hello, I'm Caprissa. Nice to meet you. Welcome. I'm Fortuna. Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me. I wanted to introduce myself formally before the race becomes hectic. Why me? I'm not the one running. Oh, I know, but you are one of the major players in these elections. Our driving force, as Athena would put it. Athena often confided in me. The fear you inspired her was one of her greatest weaknesses. Oh wow, I don't know how to feel about that. That makes two of us. That's the main reason I decided to pay you a visit. To keep me in check. To form my own judgment. I promise I carry the best of intentions. Athena's was right. You should fear me too. Don't be harsh. I'm nice, I promise. Oh no, you are the worst kind of threat. A liar. Trying to present yourself as inoffensive, but there's something about you, inevitable, like a forest fire. And no matter its intentions, fire is fire. Knowing this, I must ask you and your team to retire from this race. Haha, nice strategy. I didn't say that in jest. You are too close to your human side to properly govern the Cosmic Coven. That's what made Athena such a great leader. She had a direct channel of communication with the gods and was far detached from her human origins. On the other hand, you, Dahlia, and Jasmine, you've unaccountable number of human flaws. Fear, pride, envy, greed, even what to consider virtues such as ambition or mercy, or even the most basic things such as the need for comfort or enjoyment cloud your judgment. Flaws, flaws, flaws. But without feelings, can you truly care for your peers? There are many beings in this universe that are better suited for leadership than your kind precisely because of this lack of human feelings. Have you ever stopped to study the flora? Most witches are too fauna-centric to see other forms of coexistence. As a tree, my intellectually is at a growth in community. I lack individuality. I'm just part of a forest. We, the plants, grow and expand and nurture all around us. The majority of us don't feel the need to feed on other living beings to prosper. That basic fact alters our whole perception of the reality. Human existence is so built off on top of sacrifice that you are immune to innumerable forms of brutality. You are devourer of worlds, and we the plants are their healers. I'm going to take care of you no matter how you treat me. Let me ask you a question. What's the most important quality in a leader? Intelligence, selflessness, empathy, charisma, integrity. Integrity. Oh, I know what you mean, but in all of the millennia I've been around, I found it to be quite the idealistic concept. What is integrity? Is it to have strong moral values? But how are those values defined to begin with? Does integrity respond to the values of community or those of the individual? What happens when those values conflict with someone else's? I've seen integrity redefined over and over again, both inside and outside the coven. There's one other quality that's always immutable and true though. Selflessness. That's the most important trait in a leader, to put the group's need before your own. And even if you invented the word, humans aren't capable of it. And all of those emotions we talked about before, they're what makes it impossible. Satisfaction, respect, honor, friendship, that list is endless. Humans are capable of selfless actions, but not of selfless existences. A leader deprived of all that is just an automata. You're right, but I still have Dahlia as our leader. Are you implying that humans should never lead? It's just an automata. And what's the problem with that? A leader needs drive, a vision, they need to take risks. And gamble the future of a whole community? Yes. You put your trust in a leader because you believe in the change they propose. Otherwise, you're just appointing an administrator. And what's wrong with having a fair administrator? Stagnation. Unlike plants, we consider movement to be a symptom of life. I see. So that's what you and your sisters value over stability. I'm afraid human world witches are like that, yes. Thank you. You helped me to understand our coven better. Listen, Carissa, would you like me to read your fortune? Would you do that for an opponent? Of course. My priority is to help the government. Very well. Let's see what fortune has in store for me. Tell me, what it is you wish to ask the cards? There's only one thing right now, something really dear to me. Will I be able to safeguard Athena's legacy? Of all the years I lived through, Athena's have been the most peaceful and prosperous. At the expense of some of her sisters, but sure. Please do not poison the reading with your resentment. That's improper of an oracle. You're right. I will focus on your honest will. Think about Athena while I shuffle my deck. Okay. No, but you will make peace of it and find new forms of happiness. Yes, the coven will idealize Athena and her sacrifice. Most will follow her philosophy, even if it's not the official one anymore. No. What's up? Happiness is always good news, isn't it? Happiness means nothing to me. What I want is for Athena's work to be internal. Nothing is internal. I know. I knew this endeavor was meaningless from the moment I set out to do it. But still, I needed to try. Will you give up now? No. Even if it's just the tiniest fraction, keeping some of Athena's legacy alive is priceless. I see. Thank you for allowing me to peek into the future, Fortuna. And thanks for having me at your home. Good luck with the race. Good luck to you too. I don't need to be making enemies right now. Okay. I need Chris to tackle the academics. I want to do, and then get more. Yeah. What to do? The freshly ascended, witches in training that still haven't found their calling. Though bear in mind how time works in this immortal society, some novices find their place in the first few years, but still others may take decades. You don't need the approval of anyone to stop being a novice and join the ranks of the producers, academics, or explorers. On the other hand, warriors require a test first, and to become an oracle, as you're well aware, another oracle needs to dream about you. Strategy guide, the novices are usually pushed around by the rest of the witches, so they welcome any initiatives that increases their rights and opportunities. What to do? Academics. Witches are so absorbed in the mystery of the cosmos they rarely do anything beyond studying it. They're one of the most, if not the most prestigious demographics, since they're constantly furthering our crafting talents. Although you don't necessarily need to be old to be wise, academics aren't the oldest demographics on average. You can count them being the biggest elder representation of this race. In fact, Carissa is still one of them, so she might have slight advantages in this front. Strategy guide, academics like quiet, control, respect protocol. They're pretty well off, so they'll welcome anything that maintains status quo. What to do? Let's see. Producers. Penchant for milking the cosmos. Be it gardening, mining, sewing, distilling, dark matter, you name it, they pride themselves on providing. Without them, we lose many comforts, to be honest. Producers and academics have almost a symbiotic relationship. Producers fund academics and research, and in exchange, they breed the latest techniques for furthering exploitation. Jasmine is one of them, so she'll have the upper hand with this demographic. Tragic way, producers have historically felt underappreciated and overworked. To get in them, increase their quality of life and relevance. Okay. Warriors. I think we're fine on warriors. 2. So, yeah, they're gonna be on Dolly's side. That's fine. Let us read a tale. Forensic reports of a revolution by Ian Papiol. In our country's recent history, there was a fascist regime that wouldn't hesitate to murder anyone that dared to speak against its values and leaders. The militia would discard their bodies in mass graves and send their severed hands to their families as a warning of the fate awaiting the resistance. The enigmatic crewmancer Nixo developed a new forensic ministry practice that will find out how those killed had died and where they had been tossed away, so that their families can hopefully find their bodies to the loved ones and give them a proper burial. But eventually the regime's militia came storming down on the crewmancer's home and sent them to prison, claiming conspiracy against the regime. And despite these claims, Mix's respected expertise in the field of forensic palmistry was around. Police offered them a generous deal. They will be granted freedom as long as they help the police find the terrorists that were killing key politicians in mysterious circumstances. Mix will be handed on a shoe-side red box containing the right hand of one of the murdered politicians and a red report with helpful information. The first box contained a hand with a strong earth energy that the cryomancer felt belonged to someone born with a deep contentment for following orders. Mixo has seen this hand on TV before, making the regime salute. Its spittle fortune line made them chuckle the first time they saw it, so it was unforgettable. The cryomancer run their reports at the hand's fortune line how miserable it was. And concluded the report guessing that this murder had probably been a lucky success for the terrorists, for this was a very unlucky person. And so the report was sent. The next day, the crewmaster stuck their arm out of the prison cell in order to get the next ornate red box. Oh my god. The second box contained a familiar hand with water energies. It was the hand of a famous writer and a speaker of the regime. Mixo had attended one of her speeches. At the time, they took notice of the fact that this person's ring finger, the finger of art-inclined individuals, were remarkably long and found it ironic. Because of the thing that made her speeches popular, with her views on art being the rotting of civilization. It was a shame that she was clearly talented at it. The crewmaster wrote in the report, "This was the hand of an artist." They did not wish to insinuate that this hand's owner had partaken in clandestine artistic activities, but it was up to them. That was the lead that they will follow. There was a chance this hand's owner has met with a dangerous terrorist during a secret artistic endeavor. And so the report was sent to the regime. Mixo bit their lip, trusting their clandestine art groups had already time to flee after their imprisonment. The next day, the crewmaster stuck their arm out of the prison cell in order to get the next ornate red box. Seeing the third box hand brought a smile to Mixo's face, and that everything was going as planned, and in their final report, they left it blank. Mixo knows to note that they were destined to die, helping to overthrow the regime after the dictator had been murdered and the time had came. But in their final moments, the crewmaster got cold feet and used their ink and pen to cut a longer lifeline in their own hand in a desperate and futile last effort. The prison caught fire during the retaliations from Mixo's side. At least their allies wouldn't know how their last memories went, and they would die a martyr. Let's... Explorers. Card to Cosmos. Explorers scout new locations, discover new sources of energy and materials, and keep us informed of lives around the galaxy. They're usually too busy to mess with politics, so anything else for them is to hinder endeavors. Pretty easy, throw them a bone here and there, they'll support us, although the same goes for other parties too. What to do? Oracles. I should not tell you about oracles since they're like Urlot. They also tend to be the most reclusive of all witches, so they're not really a community per se. Oracles are the less abundant faction in Dark since one can't choose an oracle. The only way is for the cosmos to choose for you to become one. Oracles with their premonitions and hunches usually play a support role counseling any witches who's at a crossroads. In reality, what you are is the Sisterhood's therapist. Strategy guide, this demographic is unpredictable. I don't know if it's worth investing time carrying them. Although if you do, I bet you can sway them easily just out of sympathy. What to do? Sleep. Oh my god. You dream about? You are old and surrounded by 11 kids. They're all orphans from different planets that you decided to adopt. You are teaching them to play a very complex board game about witchcraft. All of them fall asleep in the explanation, and you feel disappointed. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, I'm back. Great move attacking the Quorum, the eldest idea. We took voters from both Jasmine and Gerbusha. We especially picked off support from novices, explorers, and warriors. Okay. I like you too. Limit our program to the academics. I got some very good ideas how to draw witches to our program. I'm on it. Is that? I see some peppers. Is that Nova? There's the arbiter shit. My dear mentor Fortuna, is it okay to visit or are you too busy with the political campaign? I'm getting the hang of my powers. Maybe there's a way for me to help you? Yes. Girl. Oh, I love you so. You're so cute. Oh, hello. Hey, welcome back. How are you doing? Living my best witch life. Yeah? You bet. As you predicted, or maybe inspired by a prediction, I got super into growing magical peppers. Witch gardening is so much fun, especially if you can time skip and see a whole plant grow in a matter of minutes. Oh, some witches believe that time is super important ingredient with growing stuff, and that a time skip hinders the qualities of the harvest. Oh yeah? I'll research more about that then. But still, the Lust Reapers are spreading fervor among our coven as we speak. Got to them, that's fast? Oh yeah, and they work wonders. Here, I bought you some. Wow, thank you. I'm not sure if I'll get to use them. But it's good to have some around, I guess. Even just by yourself, they make for the most intense session, if you know what I mean. Let's change the subject. How are you settling in? She can go for producers. Well, I'm still trying to figure out my place. Magic, understanding the cosmos, and all that. Well, that's a thing. But I can't just help feeling lonely. How so? I don't know. I don't feel like I belong in this coven yet. I'd like to be part of a project or something. I see. That's actually why I'm here. You just tell me frankly if it's too much of a nuisance, but I'd like to join your party, please. I'll do anything, growing Cosmo coffee or whatever equivalent is this case. I just want to help in any way I can. Oh, that's so nice of you. So, will you have me on board? Of course, we'd be thrilled to have you. Yes, thank you so much for this opportunity, Fortuna. You won't regret it. I'm gonna do my best and then some. That's a good attitude. You're already in our headquarters, so find a comfortable spot and I'll come up with something for you to help us out with. Understood. Okay, Delia's back. Okay. How did you go? Novices love me. They love all the power that Reverend grants to them, and they finally get a say. We're gonna win this. Nice. Okay. Warriors are fine. Explorers. Academics. Workers. Full coven. I think. I like you too. Look for allies. I like you too. For the program. To the producers. Oh, exciting! I'll go and spread the good word. Absolutely. I trust you. Dear Fortuna, I need to bring you up to date regarding active conflict that may affect the current elections. Let me know when it's a good time for me to visit. Okay. She did get in. Oh, shit. Hello again, Fortuna. Oh, shit, what happened to you? Well, it's nothing serious, really. There are many ways of seeing beyond or using our human eyes. But I sure hope this isn't the injury you were told and this mission doesn't cost me more than my eye. I'm so sorry. It's okay, just the price of duty. Okay. What's this about an active conflict? Should we be worried? Well, there's an eternal war going on with the Coven of the Jade Sculptors. The conflict escalated quicker than we anticipated, and there have been many witch casualties in a matter of weeks. So the Arbiter's outfit had to intervene to minimize casualties and, above all, keep it contained to make sure no other coven takes part in the conflict. I see. First and foremost, we want to ask every coven to refrain from engaging in combat no matter what the sculptures offer. Should you wish to offer assistance, keep it humanitarian. In fact, there's someone I would like to send your way. Your counsel has been very valuable to me and by extension to the Arbiter office. Maybe you'll be able to do the same for a group of refugees that had to leave the Jade Sculptors to save their skin. We need to bring some order into this chaos. Very well. I'll talk with my team and see what we can do. Depending on how you handle it, it may be an opportunity. Thank you so much. Oh, no. Thank you. You've been contributing to the restoration of peace. I'm giving you notice to the office. They will tell Zero, the representative of the refugees, to make contact with you. Okay, I can't promise anything, though. You meet with her, no strings attached, and decide if there's anything that your party can do to help. That I can do. Very well, that'll be all. Something to confess? Haha, no way. Protocol. Okay, as always, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming. Bye. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Bad news regarding Jasmine. Apparently she's been funding a group of academics to research what it be really intel for our powers if we all devour Athena. And... wow. I mean, if I wasn't on your team, I'd probably vote for her now too. But we mustn't give up. Let's start with the counterattack. A bit unquieting about Compressa. Compressa has this perfect memory, storing all events both cosmic and earthly inside her tree rings, knots, and branches. Well, apparently, after Athena's mandate, some of the developments have been edited out of existence. And that included literally trimming some of Compressa's branches, destroying many years of records just to cover up Athena's dealings. We have been able to discover what the incident was about, and Compressa is physically unable to recall it. But just revealing the fact that she probably concluded in the destruction of those records may be enough to spark some unrest among her followers. We could use a debate to throw off her game, I think we'll see. Okay. I'd like you to promote our program to the Explorers. Okay, I'll do my best. I'll back up the cycles. Okay. God, we don't have enough energy. Alright. This is the Jade Sculptor. The attention of which Fortuna is the moment of truth. Let's confirm our path lines are converge. Okay, well, they're gonna diverge here. I see you chose the wrong side in the end. Good day to you too. It's not just a matter of what to do with Athena's corpse. Dahlia's program is absurdly naive. I totally misread your judgment. Well, I'm sorry you're not a fan of our plan, but it's the Coven that will decide what community they want to live in. I'm going to do everything in my power to stop you. Whoa, coming on strong. You came all this way just to declare war? Yes. Super. To begin with, you can forget about getting any votes from the academics, and then I'll start working on the other factions. Can't we reach some kind of compromise? No. See you in Congress. Hey, I hooked up with someone that can help us. I'd rather have you handle strategy. You should come here, I trust you. Her name is Wound, Witch of Entropy and Decay. Like you and Athena, she's one of the Oracle Witches in the Coven. She's able to read the entropy in any system, no matter what, either a machine, a community, or a building, or astral body, or even an idea. Basically, one can discern what actions will accelerate or prevent the decay in just about anything. Maybe she can help us find the weak spot in our opponent's strategies. I'd like for you to... Novices were still fine. Warriors were still fine. In the meantime, harvest energy. I'm back from a meeting in academics. It was great to see some colleagues again. We mostly discussed velocity of politics within the frame of magic community. Nothing specific at our program, but I feel many of them acknowledge our vision after a friendly debate. Hmm. I was still challenge. Judgment. Typically, oh, these might be the juice. Fortuna, how come you didn't let your mentor know that she'll let her receive visits now? Is everything alright? I don't want you to be a bother, but I'd like to visit you and see how you're doing after 2 centuries of exile. Maybe she can help. Hello, Fortuna. I'm so happy to see you. And that look in your eyes. Exile has been tough, right? There's so much fire energy in you now. You've grown stronger. Intimidating, even. Happy to see you too, Master. So I guess that after all these years, I must have 2 centuries worth of pent-up lecture coming my way, right? Come again? Why would you? It's terrible enough that you had to spend all this time in exile. I should be the one listening to you today. I'm eager to hear the insights of an oracle who has survived 200 years of isolation. Oh, I wasn't ready for this. I told that you'd be ashamed or angry. In the beginning, maybe. But I'm not the same witch you knew hundreds of years ago. I guess none of those you knew actually exist anymore as you remember them. That's a sad thought. But yeah, I feel a bit alien, even among my closest friends. Losing you has changed us all. Being cut off from my dear people so abruptly, it made me question my identity and my purpose. Master, today I'm here to listen to you. Tell me about your exile. I don't think you'll ever fully heal from this. It's been too much, Master. This is the hardest thing I had to live through. No one to talk to. Eventually I started hallucinating. I tried to escape my mind through friction, substances, even pain, but no matter the stimulus, when in isolation, you grow numb to it all. Memory became a mirage, not a single landmark in time to allow you to differentiate one day from the other. It's been endless, and at the same time, I can barely remember it. The only thing remaining is this damage I need to figure out how to outlive. Oh, Fortuna. I am so sorry. Thank you for sharing this with me. I am here for you, and I'm going to help you find your peace, okay? Thank you. And what about the behemoth you summoned? Ah! Fortuna. It was me who taught you the forbidden song. Of course I was going to notice. I'm so sorry. I was desperate. I know. Don't worry. You did nothing wrong. I taught you that spell for a reason. It would be twisted to teach you something that you weren't meant to use. You knew that I eventually summoned a behemoth? I wanted you to have the option. The option to break the magical pact? Yes. You see, laws are just an agreement between members of a community to have some broad guidelines of what is correct and what not. But hardly any law survives any context. Plus, to be frank, most of us are shoved into a system of rules we haven't previously agreed upon. I hear you. In this case, it saved my life. I knew that this day would come, that the moment you use the forbidden song, you become a fully fledged witch. You are no longer my apprentice. I am no longer your master. That makes me feel kind of sad. Me too. But now we can relax, become something better than mentor and mentee. Now we can be friends, and I can rely on you. We can rely on each other. It's going to be weird to treat you like I treat my friends. I'm starting to regret this. Fortuna, I am proud of you. You're gonna make me cry. Who would have thought that the praise is what finally breaks through your armor? Whatever. It's been a difficult couple of centuries. I know, my friend. I know. By the way, speaking of surprises, what's about you getting into politics? I don't really know. I'm not even fully out of exile and I've been swept up by the circumstances. Yeah, air energy is strongly come these days. Everyone is becoming more aware of each other. It's a constant tug-of-war in so many different directions. I guess I just want to restore some kind of peace so that they can enjoy my potential freedom. I understand. Can I help in any way? Can you vouch for us among the academics? Gladly. Thank you so much. Now I can't wait anymore. Legend is spreading fast and within the coven. I want to see your new deck, please. No, I want to experience it. Okay, but I first should warn you about its true nature. And what that might be. Athena's courts visited me not long ago and explained why she sent me to exile. She realized it was way before any of us that what I do is not fortune-telling. I'm not reading to the unknown, I'm writing it. I can modify not only the future, but everything that didn't happen in the past. I can basically alter reality. Athena hasn't always been quite perceptive. I'm ashamed that I didn't know this before, being the closest to you in your magical development. I could have guided you better should we have known about this earlier. You taught me perfectly. Plus, I was happier before learning what my powers actually entailed. So your prediction about the fall of the Coven? Yes, I doomed us all. I see. I guess that's in part why I got into politics, and I hope there's a way to minimize the damage. Knowing that, do you still want to subject yourself to my new deck? Yes. Oh. It's my responsibility. I brought you up. Just be mindful about what you ask. I do interpret the cards, but I can't control what card I'll draw. Very well. Okay, deep breaths. What future do you want to alter? Not the future. I've understood you properly. We can work with everything that didn't happen, right? Oh, right. I can't erase anything, but I can sew in new realities. Especially around the times where our collective memories are fuzzy. Times in which nothing or worse seem to happen. I understand. Then, I want you to write us a happy memory and important lesson. Oh, that's unexpected. What's this about regret, disappointment? I did so much thinking with Athena it took you away from me. And I feel I should have been less distracted, put more time in enjoying ourselves. Now you're telling me you have the power to fix that, so let's see if you can turn me into a better mentor, even retroactively. Wow. Okay. Focus on your pride and your compassion while I shuffle the deck. Senator Worth. I say lesson. You taught me another forbidden spell to siphon magic for any wish and visit my dominion. Oh. You confided me a way to summon the strength of familiar up on this world as a conduit to channel 4 elements at the same time. Second magic. Yes. My utter disrespect for the magical pact is starting to show, huh? I don't regret it though. I just wanted to equip you with tools to deal with any situation. I am nothing but grateful for that. Have you been using it? Scarcely, but not since he lifted the ban of visitation at least. Oh, this is interesting. We just altered the past, but anything that's been observed cannot be affected, so that's why I haven't been using the spell. The cards give the universe coherence, so I guess I can stop worrying about any kind of butterfly effect destroying the present as we know it. Oh, I already forgot that you just wrote this into our past. It feels so real. Because it happened. This is the illusion we lived through that day. Extraordinary. This is very interesting indeed. Are you going to start the siphon using them? Yes. I feel compelled to do it. Is that your decision or the deck's? Isn't it the same? Maybe. Ooh. Do you remember the winter in your cabin where we built a snow golem and how I cried when he melted away? I really love the time you took me camping in one of the beautiful valleys in Dearborn. It was so peaceful. I remember how your ears went wild the first time I baked you a margarita pizza. One of the fondest memories when you accompanied me to the earth of my birthplace, and we had up too many cocktails in Barcelona. Yeah. Oh, you humans, your obsession with mixing alcohol into delicious ways. What was your hotel called again? Tortosa. Although I wouldn't call it my hometown. I was just born there. My parents moved to France before I was due. I was curious to visit in person, but I felt like a tourist there, really. I liked the cathedral. Yeah, it was cool. Then we flew to Barcelona to see how society evolved after youth ended. Yeah, it was a few years before the superbacteria decimated humanity. It was so lively. I remember the shock of seeing a smartphone for the first time. Life on Earth felt like super science fiction. You immediately got yourself one to fiddle with. And after the fourth cocktail, you couldn't stop doing those selfie things those German tourists taught you about. Oh wow, yeah, I had a lot of fun. It's been centuries now, and still feel a bit embarrassed. Ah, this is so strange. I know you just wrote that with your cards, but I remember it so vividly, so many details. The smells, the temperatures, so many sensations. Yeah, me too. It's uncanny. I immediately embrace this new reality. It's not an illusion after all. We really lived through that. It actually happened. This is incredible. Thank you for creating such a valuable memory for us. Anyway, what do you think about my true talents? I understand why Athena was scared enough to deprive you of your old deck. But I'm not scared at all, because I know you. Athena didn't. She made a grave mistake. If Athena had told you the truth, you would have treated your newfound power with care. I have no doubt about it. But sentencing you to a millennium of exile? That's dangerous. You could have gone insane, and I don't even want to think about a mad witch with the power to alter reality. I'm so glad I taught you the song to summon Abramar. Wait, you know Abramar? Not personally, but my mentor did. She taught me the forbidden song and told me many tales about Abramar. But I never got to use the spell myself. Wait, tell me more about your mentor. My mentor was a Sumerian witch, master of shapeshifting. She was one of the founders of our coven. Apparently they had to dispel Abramar because one of the sisters made a pact that endangered the fabric of time itself. My mentor rarely talked about that incident because it brought her sour memories that tainted her transformations, but they had to erase their sister out of existence. And chained Abramar back into the forbidden song. I know Abramar isn't happy about that. I'm sure. And my mentor felt quite sorry for everything, but what could they do? The price was too high. In any case, my mentor spoke fondly about their time with Abramar. I'm kind of sad I never got to summon him myself. How are you liking him? I like him very much. I owe him my life. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad you found such a good ally. It's rare to hear you talk so fondly about anyone. I guess that extra-dimensional beings are my weak spot. Listen, I want you to have something. I believe my dominion may prove a very powerful sphere for your creations. The four elements converge there, after all. Aww. Thank you. Whoa, this is gonna come in handy, alright? But it's very nice to have a card that represents the place I grew up as a witch. Aw, Fortuna. Thank you, Yuena. Okay, tea time is over. Now you focus on the campaign. Change the world, my child. Yes. Come back soon. Good. Okay, I have something boring to report. Capresso's been shamelessly parading Athena's corpse around to get support. It may be because they go back way too far, but for some reason the corpse complies with everything Capressa says. This is giving our sisters reason to believe Capresso's planning to keep Athena some sort of mystic guide. We need to do something. Fantastic news. Yuan has been meeting with academics vouching for you. And nepotism is powerful in the sisterhood, apparently. Take your mentor for me. I'm understanding that the meeting with Jurisha didn't go well, right? Jurisha is pulling strings and convincing many academics to support Jasmine. We need to stop her. Let's get to work. Hmm. Okay. Continue promoting it to the producers. Alright, we'll have Dahlia tackle the Noxus again. Okay. Let me go down here real quick. Okay, actually, let me BRB. I need to get something to drink. I'll be right back. I think. Oh my god. I think for the sake of my throat, we're gonna speed run this bit. We're gonna probably speed run the Baltic stuff. But the visitors will probably still talk through. So let's see. Can I do have enough. Right, the assassin. A space to examine cosmology. Cosmology. Yep. The hero inspires us to achieve the impossible, the pain of 1,000 wounds. The rifle is loaded with inks. The assassin. Okay, let's. Oh, good. Let's talk with the Jade Sculptors real quick. Hello, my name is Zira. Me and a group of my sisters are fleeing from a conflict in a former coven. We are being hunted and executed. We are desperate. I beg of you, hear me out. Oh, I love her design. Thanks for having me. My name is Zira. I am a Jade Sculptor. Welcome, Zira. My name is Fortuna. I am a cartomancer. What can I do for you? I lead a group of refugee witches. We are in desperate need of help. I'm so sorry to hear that. Take your time, tell me what happened. I should first tell you about the nature of the conflict. And for you to properly comprehend what's going on, it's imperative that you learn about our culture. Are you familiar with the traditions of the Jade Sculptor? Not much, please educate me. With pleasure. Thank you for listening to our story. We, the Jade Sculptors, are specialized in dialoguing with precious stones. We can ask them what their potential is and carve any of them into magnificent magical tools. The most powerful stone is Jade, the cornerstone of our power. We owe all of our might to the pack we steal with Jade Monks. We work with men? I thought they weren't able to achieve witchhood. Oh no, the Jade Monks are the two largest known Jade stones in the universe, each the size of a 5-story pagoda. They whispered their shape into our founding members, and they carved into what they are today. We worship them, and in exchange they guard the souls of every member of the clan. If we bring the heart of a Jade Witch back to the Jade Monks, we can be born again, but as mortal, retaining our memories but not our powers. If we're born, must remain there in our temple to humbly serve the living witches of our coven. That's very interesting. Thank you so much for taking the time to explain it to me. Now that you know how we function, you can understand the root of this conflict. I found a way of retaining power and immortality when rebirthing at the Jade Monk waterfalls. It's all thanks to a new star recovery method I devised, which consists of imbuing quicksilver into the veins of raw jade. But our sisters considered this to be hearsay. They claimed that the purity of jade must be preserved, but I suspect they're mostly interested in not losing the influx of mortal servants. Some of us, a minority I must say, try to defend the virtue of imbuing jade with metals. However, they declared us heretics and are hunting us down. That sounds awful. That's why we need your help, and I'm aware of how risky it is to protect us at the moment. But hear me out, I came up with a proposal that may benefit us both. Okay, let's hear it. I've researched many covens to see who best suited to give us asylum, and Norris is the one of the most powerful. I also learned that your sisterhood works on the basis of invitation. If any sister vouches for another witch, they can become a rightful member of your coven immediately. And I happen to know that you are in the middle of some elections too. So, invite me and my 9 sisters to your coven, and we will all vote for you in the coming elections. Wow, we'll also have some magic set up, so as compensation for all your trouble, we can offer you 10 units of earth energy. I know the Jade Sculptors don't have the capacity to mess with the coven as powerful as yours. Take us in and we'll all be safe. Please, I beg of you. Protect us and you will have 10 more votes and more earth energy. I accept, but no need to vote for me. Is that right? Will you take us in without asking for any change? No strings attached, I just want to help. You don't even need me to participate in this election. You are too kind. I couldn't have hoped for a selfless soul when I came with this desperate plan. Thank you, truly. I'm just happy to offer you some peace. Thank you so much. We've been through too much. We are forever indebted to you. Really, I'm just happy to help. How do we proceed now? I can examine the future with your cards. Oh, that'll give me more peace, yes. That'll be my pleasure then. Alright, let me get my cards. I see 2 major forces at play in this predicament, so I'm going to draw a card for each of them. On one hand, we have you and your sister's refugees, fleeing from your old coven. And on the other hand, we have your pursuers, the 4 sisters that are after you, claiming that you are heretics. Please, Jade Monk, show mercy upon us. Focus on your training as a Jade Sculptor and on your desires as a witch while I shuffle my deck. Rarely inspired by my talents, you will carve a temple and a statue of my name. No. Which will become a braille for you to know. You will end up finding your own coven. That's not possible. Why not? The Jade Sculptors didn't exist before your ancestors carved the Jade Stones, right? The possibilities are as endless as time for a mortal being such as you and me. You're right. I need to start focusing on what's ahead. And what you've foretold is something well worth looking forward to. Thank you. Sure. The Jade Sculptors will devise a ritual to turn all their dead servants into ghosts and will haunt the dreams of anyone who betrayed them. Will be a danger to cosmic society and will be stopped and dissolved by the Arbiter office. Oh, The jade monks that you worship, displeased by the atrocities committed by your four sisters, will turn everyone, except you and the ones who fled, into jade statues. The jade sculptors who were deemed a danger to cosmic society. Will turn everyone except you into jade statues. I feel... It would stop the pursuers. And it would give a good template to... I don't want to find joy in a tragedy. But it does sound like proper justice after everything they put us through. There's some solace in that. Thank you. Thank you for looking into our future. Somehow it's less bleak than I expected. Even if I know there are still many hardships ahead. Thank you, really. For now, I will focus on showing proper gratitude for having you take us in. You are saving our lives in more than one sense. I hope everything works for you in the end. Belga. Real quick. Who is this? Oh, okay. Boom! Energy. Ooh, nice. You need to talk with... Of course, tell me. I want to send an open duel to the whole coven. Oh, okay. I'm gonna face me to prove anyone I'm the strongest witch in our sisterhood. I'm confident I could beat just anyone to one-on-one duel. That's for sure the good rate, right? That's too risky. Okay. Oh, okay. Shit. Not having duties. Warriors are scared by it. They support our arguments. Explorers think there should be some commitment to an infrastructure for the community. Novices also want more collaborative. On the other hand, some academics were quite pissed off by our message. Jeez. Promoter program to the academics. Who is this? Whoa. Welcome. Wait, I don't understand you. Maybe there's a way for us to connect. Bear with me for a second. I can't understand what you're saying, but I have the feeling that you do understand me, right? I hope that's a yes. Anyway, if you're good with it, I could use my cards to explore what shape a collaboration between us could take. Is that a yes? Doesn't sound like a yes. Yes. Okay, here we go. And a girl, a Dringle's card is 4 options our relationship offers. Keep in mind what you came here to do to see if I can channel it in some way. Okay. In a minute, stars will align over my asteroid. Still always the tongue of the nebula. This is appointed to me. You'll go to Carissa and find her in connection we couldn't build here. We'll help Blizzard to considerably. Cost regardless. Is this for real? Is it as simple as that? Oh man. Oh, it worked. I can understand you. Yes. This must be one of the most extraordinary displays of power I've ever seen. Thank you. Should we try this conversation again? Very well. Where was I? Oh yes. I have the power to destroy your party. Okay. Alright, here we go. I don't know if you're familiar with my arts. I have the ability to sabotage anything. There's a path of decay and everything, be it a planet, a community, or an idea. I can read those lines and steer anything in that direction. And what's the purpose in coming and saying all this to my face? A test. I do believe that having an oracle among the leadership is essential for the future of our coven. That's why yours is my favorite party. Good to know you have a funny way of showing support, though. I need an assertion that you have what it takes to lead. What do you propose? I'm going to offer you the opportunity to sabotage your Broadway's efforts. I have already studied them and know how to suffocate their momentum. Just say the word and they are done. But should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer the same very deal to them. Oh, nice. Okay. Don't answer me yet. This is the test after all, so I want to take your time and ponder how you will act in the scenario. Okay, let's see if I understood you. You are threatening us. You are threatening to destroy us if we don't choose to destroy our opponents. I believe it's a bit more nuanced than that. Your rivals may reject the offer too. Do you trust your sisters to play as fair as you will? Let's see. So do you get off with this kind of stuff, or what's the deal with you? Give it some thought. I am not bluffing. I need to try transforming our coven to assess if it will be seeing the test of entropy. Okay. Take your time. Summon me when you're ready to make a choice. Do not choose, and I will make the choice for you. We are sabotaging! We are going to sabotage! Oh. Let's go make some cards. Let me double check something. I got the time. What the store's all feeling. The steel golem breeds challenge and conflict. With its massive figure, the mecha enforces authority. The Aether Wings elevates the Arcana for everyone else to see. Two more cards. Arcana are blessed by the power of the gem skull belt. Relentless rectitude, unwavering faith. The Evidence book pulls this revelation in front of many eyes. Okay. Oh boy. Ponder this. I offered the possibility to sabotage one of your rivals, but should you reject my offer, I will go to your rivals and offer this very same deal to them. Do you trust your sisters to play fair as you will? Let me know when you reach a decision. Okay. Hello, Oracle. Do you have an answer? Yes, I'm ready. Very well. Who do you want me to sabotage? Ooh, Carissa. Perfect. I will start stirring decay in her party. It'll be almost impossible for them to win. Yeah? Nothing else? No moral of the story or anything? You choose wisely. If you promote the party to get ahead of your rivals, I would have known that you were not fit to lead us. Wow, harsh. So no need to feel guilty about anything then? That's entirely up to you. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to serving under you, Oracle. I'm honored. Thank you for your support. I leave now to execute my mission. Yeah, Caprista's like the biggest pain. In my opinion. Jasmine is going after academics now. She's out with like fear. Santos. Well, I just told someone to go to talk to academics. Mm. 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 The iron golems support the card's intellectuality. The figure of a sensible leader offers righteousness. The tower's shield brings the burden of our protection. Except its earth energy can lead to immobility. Oh, I only have like water, so. Whew. Maybe we'll sleep. Take a little nap. What to do? You dream about? Your sister Patrice is sleeping on a hammock. She seems to be having a nightmare, but you can't manage to wake her up. You decide to meditate and travel inside her dreams. Patricia was dreaming she was playing poker with a bunch of naked old men. They forced you to join the game, and now you're both trapped. Mm. I'm just going to read through this mentally. You dream about. You are walking through the forest, through the desert in the middle of the night. You can see the lines connecting constellations in the sky. You find a lonely camping tent with a dim light coming out of it. Inside, there's a fairy with broken wings. You make love until sunrise. When you wake up, there is no tent. You are in the middle of an oasis with crystal waters. Mm. read all of it. Oh, this one was a long one. Oh no. Okay. You read this one already. So sorry. I read all the things. Oh my god. Uh, Earth. This I haven't read. Earth is often the most coveted element since it symbolizes strength, and strength is always tempting. And I define it as tempting because there actually is such a thing as too much strength. I've witnessed many promising students fall in this honeypot, but what is the ultimate representation of Earth? A rock, and the most outstanding characteristic of rock is its immobility. True masters of Earth don't force strength, it's all about balance. Because strength can not only be drawn from you, from your peers, your tools, and your opportunities. Picture pieces of different kinds of wood. The lightest one may be at the mercy of the elements, but the sturdiest one is more likely to fracture. An earth witch should aspire to become wicker wood, which bends before breaking. Combine earth with earth, and you will evoke the paradox of the omnipotent stagnation. The most powerful stalemate, the inability to exercise your own might. What to do? Study. Okay. Out of fear, fire is the most respected element. Since it has always represented conflict, fire is an element that initiates tend to avoid. Who would desire conflict? However, ignoring conflicts will leave you at its mercy. A witch should live with her eyes closed. As with any other element, fire is within everything. There is fire inside a cup of tea for its potential to be poisoned to burn your tongue, or because it reminds you of a deceased lover. There is fire within any friendship, even if they are at bay. Concepts such as rivalry, envy, or anxiety are always present among sentient beings. And when it is you ignore them, that they become possessed by them. A master of fire is able to walk among the flames because they know them and know how to avoid getting burnt. Moreover, a master of fire is a force to be reckoned with should they decide to leash those flames. Something curious happens, though, if a witch decides to combine fire with fire, rebirth. The nature of entropy pushes everything towards its ends. However, the end is the beginning of a new end, which is the beginning of yet another end. Ad infinitum, ad nauseum. Fire and fire opens the gates to everything new. What to do? Study? Oh, I studied everything. Okay, I'll go sleep. Or be asleep. Oh my god. You dream about. You're performing a dance in front of 100 jade statues. You dance and sweat for 3 full days. You fail the final step, and the statues crumble, and you are engulfed in black flames. You enjoy it. Okay, she's back. Makes sense. I need some dirt on some of these people. Right. We're gonna do a lot of sleeping now. Oh, I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to finish this at like an hour. I probably should have started earlier. Oh. Okay. You dream you live inside a giant bear that can control with your thoughts. When you are hungry, you ravage some small towns and collect some of the meat and veggies you pour through the bear's throat. You don't feel any remorse at all, and the food tastes delicious. We'll continue talking to producers. Dear Fortuna, my name is Minaka. I am one of the Explorer Witches of our coven. I am meeting with members of every party to assess the best prospect for our projects, the continued research of this cosmos, and of course, the well-being of all our sisters. Looking forward to meeting you. Come on in. Ooh, I like the fit. Oh, that's dope. Hello, Fortuna. So nice to meet you. Likewise. It's an honor to meet with the head of the Explorers. I'm no head of anything, dear. And the rest of the Explorers like to call me that, but it's just an affectionate way of calling me old. I know many witches hold you in great esteem, not only Explorers. Well, I mentor a lot of them. I understand daughterly love. But makes no such thing as a head, leader, or chief of Explorers. In any case, I'm sure you have a lot to pull among them. I won't deny that. My worry carries more weight than I like, but that's not something I sought out. I never brandished the love as a tool for command. Anyway, enough about me. I've always wanted to meet you. Did you know I was planning on paying you a visit right before you were exiled? Oh yeah? At that time, we were looking for an oracle to help with us, to design a plan to travel inside a black hole. Oh, whoa, I would have loved to have been part of that. Well, unfortunately that project was cancelled after we lost the young explorer to the black hole. The oracle that was helping us that time told us she wasn't dead, but transported to a different era, and that we'd probably never see her again. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Maybe with you on our side it would have gone differently? We'll never know, I guess. Look at me talking about myself again, I'm so sorry. Let's focus on the present, or you could have me telling war stories until the end of the race. It's quite alright. So you're visiting every candidate? How's that going so far? He's getting harder and harder. I'm not just visiting the candidates, but also their advisors and other team members. And I just love you all too much. The future's gonna be bright no matter who wins. It's a gray. It's a pity we have to compete to begin with. I know, it must be hard on you. You, Jasmine, and Dahlia are pretty close, right? My true family, I'd say. I hope this race makes you even closer after the dust settles. Yeah, me too. I wish I could have joined some quiet time with my loved ones before getting thrown back into witch society this hard. Oh, my voice is dying. Oh my god. Oh. We rarely choose our struggles. Why don't you stay out of it if the race is this hard on you? I should have, shouldn't I? But I guess I do care about the fate of this coven. That's why I have to make sure it's our program we move forward with. The class of friendship and conviction. So tell me, is there a way to count on your support? Ha, so blunt. That makes a good sign. It's not that there's nothing specific you can do to get my vote, but yours is the only party with an oracle in it. I'm curious about that. So, if it's not rude to ask, I would like to experience your divination. Specifically, how it may benefit the everlasting task of trying this universe. What do you have in mind? A simple request. Tell me about somewhere I haven't been. Not so simple considering you're famous having been everywhere. Everywhere known, at least. Guess there's no harm in running up a place for not good to find. Should I overdo an impressor or should I stick to a request? I could try to impress her. That's what I do this. Right, well, I accept her challenge. It's not a challenge, my dear. Well, you're right, it is a challenge, fair enough. You know, my Nick, it's a be a huge honor to count on your support. So, I'm not going to only tell you about a place you haven't been. I'm going to tell you about what you'll find there. Oh, bold. Okay, I'm starting to get excited. Hold on tight that excitement while I shuffle my deck. And connect with what you feel the first time you visit an uncharted place. Okay, this is somewhere. Travel to light your bell in my house, and you'll discover a planet whose atmosphere is immune to light. Close to the black hole you studied, you missed the remnants of a planet once mined by the career titans. Adrift inside the Horsehill Nebula, you'll find the skull of a massive behemoth, the size of the Moonstone Temple. Trace the light between the two largest stars of our galaxy, and you'll find an undiscovered moon that lost its planet a half million years ago. There's Oh my god, there's a naturally formed isohedron the size of Mount Everest in the orbit around Jupiter between its fifth and sixth moon. Trace the light. Trace the light between the two largest stars of our galaxy. Are you sure? Our galaxy is pretty well mapped. I mean, yeah, there's a chance we'll overlook the wandering moon, but I'm 100% sure you will find it. Very well. I bet on your divination. Library. In this new place, you will discover a mineral that will be coveted by many witchsmiths. This new place will invite you in meditation. There you will hear the echo of a long-lost melody that will expand the breadth of your arts. You will meet with a telepath octopus made of dark matter. It will teach you to forgive yourself. Undiscovered mineral? Oh, exciting! Discovering something that propels magic society in new directions is one of the biggest honors and pleasures for an explorer. Enjoy it then. I will. What you just did is something else. I'm leaving immediately to explore. Can't wait to hear back from you. You can bet you will. Thank you so much for indulging me. Energy. Okay. We're out to the academics. Might as well try to see if there's any more allies we can bring in. I think I just need to make one more card. The merchant caravan spreads conversation. Whispers from everyone you love paint the most horrific worlds. The sea sails pour discovery into friends and foes alike. The hurricane of air energy will stir luck and call for the unexpected. Cycles left. Oh god. Mm. Mm. I found it. It was there. You are the real deal. Let me know when I can visit. Told you! Okay, you are the real deal. You must forgive me for all my condescension. There it was, timidly spinning, alone in the void its mother planet left. Too small and insignificant to be charted or named, but a new place nonetheless. I called it Fortuna, in your honor. Since you warned me about it, I took a sample with me and checked its composition. It's unlike anything we've seen before. You were right. We just discovered a new element. You are incredible, Fortuna. I never witnessed such a display of power. Thank you. I worked with other oracles in the past to aid in our expedition, but this is something else. See, centuries ago I built a special orrery that continues sweeps our chart, and mutates to detect any changes in our universe, down to the precision of an asteroid. Your cute little house does indeed appear there. So what did the evidence point towards so far is either that the orrery is malfunctioning, or the place you sent me didn't exist before our meeting. Are we sure that you're doing this divination? Wait, no. What else would we call it? I shovel the cards, I interpret them, and yes, uncannily, I am always right. Maybe we should invent a word for being this precise and clear divination. Futuremancer or something like that. I can't help but feel there's something more to it. Where you send me what I found? For sure, I respect if you don't want to show me all your cards, of course. I like to further test these capabilities yours, if you don't mind. I'll start charging you, Maneka. This time it's something pretty straightforward. Do you know what this is? No, some sort of puzzle box? It's what was left of the Archwitch Candema when her coven shattered her remains. Her sisters aren't around anymore, but they trusted Compressa with this contraption, and Compressa trusted me with solving its mystery. This is ancient, even by witch standards. And you would like me to open it as a test? Oh no, that would be an unfair demand. We've been stumped by it for ages now. I like to find a clue as to what it is using your divination. What do I get in exchange? True, I'm abusing your hospitality at this point, right? I'm beyond impressed by your capabilities, my vote will go to your party for sure. But if you help us with this, I'll do everything in my power to get as many sisters as I can to support your cause. Not because I owe you, but because you and your team will be the right choice. So will you help me, please? Very well. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to put my deck to put me on the path that will untangle this mystery. Yes, please. Let's take a look at this artifact feature. Focus on everything you learn about it. On the countless hours you spent studying it. What the? Okay, pit stop. Only a behemoth can open it. You'll need to form a pact with one of them to discover what's inside the artifact. I don't think we should do that. The artifact can only be opened by the reincarnation of Archwitch Candema. She still hasn't been born, but you will recognize her once you met her. Study the songbooks of the deer folk. Commit to their culture, and soon enough you'll be magically inspired as to unravel this mystery. You'll need to pierce through the Candema's Elatashi, a witch named Louise can give you a key to peel off the protective layers. Oh. That might be good. That might be cool. Louise, you know her? Yes, she trained to be an explorer back when she was a novice, but didn't work out. She was too absorbed by the Eloteki thing. Was more interested in the substance of things than the actual exploration. Louise is one of the kindest souls I've ever known. I would have loved to have her with us. Happy to hear we'll work together again. And having her experience your talents firsthand, this must be it. Finally, some progress in Candema's mystery. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You surpassed every expectation I had. Even more than that, you made me fall in love with immortality again. before meeting you as the solution with this cosmos already. I felt like I have seen it all. And you tore through all that like a supernova, not only showing me new places, but magic beyond my comprehension. I'm so happy to hear that. You have my full support. I'll vouch for you in front of our sisters. I'm looking forward to the future of this coven with you and at the helm. Well, you and Dahlia, of course. Thank you so much. See you in the Congress. Good luck with the race. Oh boy, 3 cycles left. Okay. We can still talk to the academics, that'd be good. Yeah. Purification. Whispers from the undone Jade Witches imbue this card with emotion and outstanding at keeping the peace. The dear folk are devoted in forces of law and truth. The birds of prey carry this message throughout the cosmos. You're reading a book with pages made of mirrors. You can still read the text surfacing all over your face in the reflection. It is a treaty that proves that the Big Bang Theory is a lie. When you close the book, the universe stops existing. Inside your mind, there's a kaleidoscope refracting every possible path, and you are the road keeper. Oh! Oh my god. Cool! Oh, what a nice home! Did you like the cosmic poem I sent you? Yes, thank you very much. Oh, you're welcome. Let that sink in. It'll grow on you. Nice. To what I would pleasure? Shh, let it sink in. Inside your mind, there's a kaleidoscope. It's still sinking. Refracting every possible path. Pay attention. Well, and I'm the road keeper? Powerful, huh? Look, I don't want to be rude. I normally enjoy this kind of weird game, but we're kind of swamped in the middle with the coming elections. So what can I do for you? I want to support your cause. Okay. You're not from our coven, though, right? Why did you decide to support us? I like your team. I like for you to be in power. Thank you. What is it that you find interesting about our program? The vibe. I see. And what were you thinking in terms of support? Why, Cosmic Poem, of course. I hear they're all the rage among the young witches, right? Yes. And soon among every witch once they manage to break through their sour skepticism. Cosmic poetry is not just about the words. They're thought-birthing spells, but they can only penetrate welcoming minds. Okay, so that's why it wasn't doing anything for me, I guess. Unlike traditional art, they need your consent to make an impact. It's the most ethical form of creation. Okay, interesting concept. And you're saying that you like to compose a cosmic poem to boost our campaign? That's it. I would only require 5 units of every element by water, or earth. Oh, so you're looking for work. Oh, no, not at all. The thing is, I say that cosmic poems are actually spells, so they need magic to be crafted. I'm only requiring you to cover the cost of enhancement. I won't make you profit. Why not use your own magic? I mean, if you believe in our cause and want to succeed, you can help without any payment, right? Again, it's not a payment, it's just the magic required for a poem to summon existence. I understand that part, but it'd be better if you use your own magic, because otherwise we're basically hiring an influencer to affect the real intention. But if that was the case, what's so wrong about an endorsement deal with a cosmic celebrity? Politics should be about the program, not popularity. I understand your concern here. However, is it really just about the program? You need to be aware that people are going to choose a leader, not a pamphlet. Yeah, ideas matter, but at the end of the day, you want somebody you can trust at the helm. The future is uncertain, and not everything that will happen is detailed in the program. That's why you need someone in your gut tells you the right person. I see your point. If I vouch for you, it speaks to your character, and people who trust me feel like they can trust you, too. Still, it feels like a gray area for me. Okay. Then the question is, am I not allowed to express my views due to my celebrity status? You must, but it shouldn't involve payment. I just don't think it's bad to use your influences to your cosmic towards what you think is right. But, if we pay you, it'll cost down on whether you truly believe in us or if your interest lies elsewhere. If our cause is truly important to you, bet your own magic on it. Okay. I'm starting to see where you're coming from. I'm sorry, but I can't morally allow myself to fund any kind of celebrity endorsements. I understand. You made a really valid point, Fortuna. In fact, you convinced me. Let's remove any magic in exchange for this equation. What do you say? Do you want to write a poem together? I'd love to. Galactic. I have a great feeling about this. I'm glad you talked me into removing my payment entirely. So it was a payment after all. No, you know what I mean. Yeah. Now about composing the poem. I hear wonders about your divination. I wonder if we can use it for something avant-garde. Oh, what do you have in mind? Instead of actually writing the poem, let's peek in the future to see how it's going to end up. And we can slip all the pain of actually pondering every single word. Oh, a paradoxical cosmic poem. If we peek about how we'll look into all the process and iterations, we won't need to actually put that work in. Yes, isn't it beautiful? My atoms shake at the mere thought. I dig it, yeah. Alright, cosmic poems are composed in 3 important elements. I'd like you to ask the cards to look into each of them. Also, before we get started, please forget everything you know about human poetry. Those are spells unbound by language. In fact, everyone perceives them in their native tongue. So forget about rhyme, metric, and all that bullshit. This is the real deal. Just powerful ideas. Like a hit tweet. What's a tweet? Oh, you're a pre-internet witch, I see. When are you from? I ascended in the early 60s from planet Earth, United States. Right, so like graffiti that you read somewhere and you find yourself thinking about it again and again. Gotcha. What are you from, by the way? Nowhere now went, literally. I woke up inside a collapsed star, where space and time stopped making sense. I've never been immortal, but I really dig the human vibe. Oh wow. Is that even possible? Anyway, Cosmic Poems 101. The first and most crucial element is the hook. Like a sensual gust that pries open your mind, readies you to absorb the energy of the poem. Second comes the line, the substance, the development of the idea. And the third, and quite critical, the sinker. It what drives everything home. It seals the deal. Reaches for the depth of your soul and deliver the cosmic poem. Are you following? Hook, line, and sinker, got it. The idea is to develop a cosmic poem that makes witches connect better with your cause. Right, so focus on what's fiery to spur us while I shuffle the deck. Okay. Howling Fairy. I'll hook us in. Witness 3 million witch wars. A moon cracks with multiple cosmos. You welcome the flames crawling up to your head. Sure. Whoa, powerful. You bet it caught my attention. Okay. Waiting on the first beat of the universe, you float weightless, timeless inside the potential of magic. Find an if emerald across you and the words become weightless. Making love. Then getting touched single body in 5x6. The screen of the witch is burned. So this one. With the first black hole, there's not much meaning involved. There's so much meaning buried in that. This may turn out to be the deepest poem of my career. I didn't even have to actually write it. Okay. What's for energies? This is your self-portrait. Will you give up? Feel our sister new to truly mend our hearts. Shit, this sinker is a game changer. I love it. This Fortuna, this is extremely good. Let me bind everything together in a spell. Can't wait to listen to it. My mind will be welcoming for this one. Ready? You welcome the flames crawling up your head. Waiting on the first beat of a new universe, you float weightless, timeless inside a potential magic. Feel our sisters anew to truly mend our hearts. This is a masterpiece. Are you feeling it? Oh, I love it. Right? It's going to be such a sensation. I'm going to start singing it throughout the universe right now. Yes, please. Totally good base what you're doing here, trust me. I'm out. Good luck with the rest of the race. Thank you for coming and for the poem. Alright, time's up. We did everything we could. We're the favorite in the pool, so things are looking good for us. Great job. But let's not count our chickens yet. In a couple of days, the whole sisterhood will get together at the House of the Cosmic Providence. There, every party will debate our covenant's future. Not only that, but every sister also has the right to speak and will be able to express their hopes and concerns. Pretty much anything can happen there. Have you been to the House of Cosmic Providence? I've only seen it from the outside, and it's pretty intimidating. I've been inside for some dealings, but never for an official assembly of the sisterhood. I'm nervous too. The thing is that inside its main hall, time holds still, so the debate can go for hours, days, or years if necessary. Oh no. The rule is, no votes shall be cast until every sister has a chance to say their piece. Then after everything's said and done, we will all vote. And the House of Cosmic Providence will release its hold on time so fate can unfold normally. We've come this far, so we might as well do the whole dance. Campaigning is now banned until the assembly, so take some time off, enjoy a bubble bath, or whatever it is you do to blow off steam. Her rain's gonna be wine and sex fairies. For Trish, once again, too much information. Shut up. Congratulations on getting to the finish line. Let's meet at the doors of the House of Cosmic Providence in a couple of days. Come on, this one is super easy. What is she doing? Some clue, maybe? The character is legendary. They're known for never giving up. Alright, I think you're... Wile E. Coyote? No, who's that? I know. What's the name of that famous Earthling? Ah, yes, Lady Gaga. What? Lady Gaga? Who's that? A pop star from the 2100s, I think. I don't know. She's the only historical figure I know from Earth. Okay, we're from completely different worlds and eras. This wasn't a good idea. But for Tony, you should know this character. Tell me already. There's no way I can guess it. Hab? Yes, from Moby Dick? Look at me with a harpoon and everything. That's impossible. I didn't even know what the main character of Moby Dick was called. No? Forget it. Magic Brownie should be ready to eat anyway. Up for some teas and some smiles? Alright. I'm ready. Ugh, we shouldn't make them so delicious. I always end up eating one too many. And they pair with the tea so well. I'm gonna want a literal ton to take out later. Ugh, I figured as much. I already prepared a survival kit for you. I'll help you carry it to your asteroid later. Much appreciated. Hey, Fortuna. How come you never got a familiar? It's so lame every time you write to us. It's like an envelope with a message. One of the best parts of Wit's correspondence is getting to pet each other's familiars. I've always wanted to bring that up too, yes. I don't know. I have serious trouble with commitment. Like that living being, like this living being, I need to think about feeding them or taking care of them. But now that you're going to be exiled for millennium, wouldn't it be good to keep you company? We don't need to talk about this if you don't want to. No, it's alright. I guess I wouldn't want to keep anything sentient being in prison with me just so I don't feel alone. Fair point. You've always been so empathetic. I don't think empathy is what's going on here. I'd say it's the opposite. How egotistical and self-centered I am. Hey, where's that coming from? I'm not looking for pity. I accepted it so long ago. Don't worry. Fortuna. Hey, I know. If you had to get a familiar, what would you like it to be? I like it eerie. Like a sentient eye. No, I object. What? Why? How are we supposed to pet an eye? You're missing the whole point of this conversation, Fortuna. I thought... I'm with Jasmine here, Fortuna. Under no circumstances are you getting a fucking creepy eye as a familiar. Okay, I give up. Just pick whatever you want to pet and I'll look after it. Wise choice? Friends, my brownies are kicking in, and they're making me feel like... philosophy. Oh no. Ah yes, here we go. Haha, listen. Have you ever considered why men can't become witches? Because men have too much privilege. Here. Nah, it's not that. My plan is matriarchal, but not a single man has done to become a witch. Because men are the fucking worst then. Jeez, I will never understand how men got to be so awful on your home planet. Jasmine comes from the 19th century. What I know, that was fucking nightmarish. Women didn't even have the right to vote. Ah, and that was just a symptom of how much they saw us as inferior. You sure don't want us to invade your planet and institute a matriarchy? Let's do it. No, we're on a path in human society. Well, they're on a path. It's not our fight anymore. Slowly but surely, women are turning it around. My offer stands if you ever want it. Less slowly and more surely. Oh yeah, nice. Really nice. Are you high, Jasmine? Yep, aren't you? Yes. Let's dance. They're so cute! Oh, Jasmine, have you been learning some new moves? Yes! Haha! Woohoo! Should we put on some music? Aha! There's music already, the plants are singing. Oh. Sure. I'm going to miss you so much. Aw. Fortuna. I love you. I love you too. I love you so much. Hang in there, 40. What did you just call me? Ah, finally alone. Yeah, it's been too much having too many people here all of a sudden. Yes. Plus I missed you. You missed me? I never left. I miss talking to you. Just the two of us. No, I missed you too. I didn't want to be toxic and hoard you all for myself or anything. But I was so jealous of all the witches visiting you while I had to remain hidden. Okay, what's going on? Why are you this coy? The end is near. What end? You will soon hate me. Why? What are you going to do? Activate the fire soon. You swore to sacrifice your whole coven. This whole race may have been pointless to begin with. True, I knew the moment to pay will come sooner or later. I tend to pay. I won't hate you. We'll see about that. I've been through this too many times. It's only natural to want to rebel against the one taking something precious from you. I don't think I'll ever hate you though, no matter how much you loathe me. You really are special, Fortuna. I will treasure our time together no matter what happens. I'm happy to meet you despite everything. Maybe or not, you're getting what you wanted. Tomorrow you will leave this asteroid at last. How are you feeling? Scared. I'm not sure if I'm ready. 200 years inside these walls, I'm afraid the world I miss isn't going to be out there anymore. Everything will be different. I'm coming to terms with the fact that there's no way I'm getting back what I lost, really. My only hope is to gather enough strength to build a life that I can enjoy from this point onwards. Whatever the case, I sincerely hope you enjoy the rest of your existence to the fullest. Thank you. And speaking of enjoying ourselves, this is probably our last night together on this asteroid. You're not coming back to this life, so make all the cards you want, enjoy some books, lay in bed. When you're ready, let me know, and I'll let you ride my back to the House of Cosmic Providence. What? I'm gonna ride you like a cosmic shrimp? What? You didn't just call me a shrimp. Sorry, I've been thinking about that since the moment I saw first saw you. I've heard lobster before, but shrimp? Come on, show some respect. Sorry. Oh, magnificent lobster. Shut the fuck up. Take your time and I'll fly you to the Congress. Aye aye. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to stop here because I have to think in like half an hour. So we'll get back to this later today when I come back home. Never end up finishing the game. So we'll be back later. I'll probably post it on Blue Sky. Later this evening, we'll finish this game, and then I don't know. It'll be a short stream. So yeah. All right, I'll catch you all later. Thanks for hanging out for me for a bit. I gotta go. I gotta go. Catch you later. Bye bye. Bye bye.